for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. No more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'm never going back. LifeSource has been doing it for decades. Read the reviews. Call the LifeSource California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Celebrate Summer of Soccer with ESPN LA this Sunday, July 19th at noon at Rockin' Brews in Buena Park. Join Greg Bergman and the Milagro Margarita Mobile for championship soccer, refreshing Milagro margaritas, and all the excitement of the Summer of Soccer. Crafted by 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Milagro Tequila is perfect for game day gatherings and summer celebrations. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly. See you there.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Oh, strike 3, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
This is the Rich Eisen Show. Coming up at noon after my show, it's Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN, and the all-new ESPN LA app. When you run a small business, you don't just do the job. You're also a hiring manager, the payroll department, the benefits team, usually all before lunch. Gusto takes a few of those right off your plate quickly and seamlessly because Gusto is online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. It's all in one, remote friendly, incredibly easy to use so you can pay, hire, onboard, support your team from anywhere. Unlimited payroll runs for one monthly price, no hidden fees, no surprises. You can save time with built-in automated tools like offer letters, onboarding docs, direct deposit, and more. It's quick and simple to switch to Gusto. Just transfer your existing data to get up running and running fast. Plus, don't pay a cent until you run your first payroll. Try Gusto today at gusto.com/rich. You get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's 3 months of free payroll at gusto.com/rich. Go to gusto.com/rich to become a Gustomer. We had Eric Braden saying, Pookie, do the honor. Oh, and by the way, I do believe you're not in charge of the button anymore.
No. Dumb button. I would have been.
So the folks at ESPN Radio got a couple of the
Someone was listening.
S-bombs, F-bombs.
Yeah.
For those who were...
Hey, Emily just told me something that I'm stunned by, and welcome to Before the Growl.
It may be a record breaker.
No one has more than one win in Game of Games this month?
That is correct. There is a bunch of people with one win. We got a couple interns with a win. I think I have maybe a win, but yeah, it's very strange. No one's doubled up. Someone has an opportunity today. I would say the favorites for today's game might be Andy or Brian, but anybody could surprise me. I'm not sure who's going to be the extra person playing today yet, so that could be. All right,
so this has something to do with something I've probably never seen. I'm not ruling myself out.
You've seen these things?
It's just like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
I will say the category is all things Odyssey. So it's both the people that are in the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan, things like that. So don't Google anything, but that's kind of around.
I will not. And
I think you'll like the bonus question though, because
there's a type of car that is an Odyssey. So I may.
My family had that car. That's not going to be one of these questions.
Oh, interesting. Okay, might have to research a little facts about that car.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Right. That was fun too. When my parents got that car, they surprised us before school one morning. We were like, "It's a new car." It had
Well, at that age,
DVDs.
too, it's like the coolest thing.
Exactly.
And, especially if you had a whole big family.
My family still has it. The door does not work anymore. The door came off its hinges at one point in time, and we put it back on.
I'll tell you one thing about Hondas. Hondas are like Toyotas. They last forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine that had a Honda Civic, and he kept it till it had 290,000 miles on it, and it literally died on the road.
Wow.
He was driving from New York to Boston, and he just left it. Took everything
It's
out
for
of it.
somebody else to find, I guess.
Just left it.
I have about 188,000 miles on my car. It's been through a lot. Yeah, but it's a Kia, and it's not.
I actually had to follow Emily to.
Oh yeah.
Emily, I happened to be in the garage leaving when Emily was leaving. She was having difficulty starting her car.
And what had been happening was my car wouldn't start, and what the solution was, and I had no scientific evidence behind this, but when I would open the hood and then slam the hood, it started. And so then I was like, I would do
it's like
that
the Fonz with the jukebox, hitting it.
basically. And so I kept on doing that until it eventually was not the solution to the problem. But then I took it to a place and they just fixed it because one of the wires was crossed.
Yeah,
so.
Emily was taking it. She does not live far from me anyway, and she's taking it to an auto shop that's not far from me. So I just followed Emily to make sure she wasn't stuck.
Oh,
on
it
the
was
side
nice
of the
of
road.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I almost got T-boned coming out of the garage here. Yeah. Because I came out of the garage here. This is like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the green arrow.
And I'm going left on a green arrow. And it's a green
Somebody
arrow for a
else was
second.
going straight and didn't look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not even straight. It was coming across the section. So they had a red for easily 10 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching this. I actually yelled, "Whoa!" Like I was frightened for Emily.
Yeah.
What I've always marveled at the fact that there aren't more car accidents. Like we're literally trusting complete strangers to drive us. And you know how many people, I mean, you guys know how popular these dispensaries are now.
Yeah, yeah.
A guy, I asked a guy once, I said, can you, my car was in the shop. It's one of my golf buddies. I said, lives near me. I said, can you pick me up in the morning to, because my car's in the shop and that way Lisa doesn't have to.
And they were going to wake and bake and couldn't drive you?
Oh, they were in a wake and bake and they did drive me. And I never have gotten in a car with that person again. I didn't say anything to him because I couldn't. He was doing me a favor. But I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I am more scared of flying than I am driving, which is antithetical to the actual statistics. Like you're more likely to die in a car crash than in a plane crash. But it's the control for me. I have no control over the plane, therefore I get scared, as opposed to when I'm driving.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm very good at, you strike me, Brian, as somebody that might be like this. If I can't control it, I don't worry about it.
Oh,
yeah.
So if I get
for the most part, yes.
I mean, I've been on, because I travel so much, I've been on 1,000 flights, and when turbulence starts and people like get nervous and they're sweating, they
You're
put
like,
their
you just
seatbelts
take
on.
the wheel.
I go, right. No, I'm like, there's nothing, you guys, if we're going down, we're going down.
Right.
You know, that's, if our number's up, our number is up.
right.
And you'll be on a plane with a lot of other famous people, so it will be in the news.
Yeah, I always marvel that when you watch, I always tell people, if you ever want to see like the quintessential movie that describes 9/11, watch United 93.
Yeah.
It's just really well done.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that most of the messages from the people that were on the planes were not screaming, "Oh my God, I'm going to die." It's, "Hey, I don't think I'm going to make it. I love you."
Yeah.
They were all like messages of love. So those people, I think, kind of knew the situation and rolled with it.
So the same guy who made that movie also made a movie called Oslo 31.
All Greengrass, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's based off of, another terrible tragedy. It was a huge terrorist attack in Oslo. But I watched that movie recently because I was like in a Norwegian mood. I was watching a lot of Norwegian films, but it is also very good. So if you like that guy, you might like this one.
By the way, I'm going to compliment you on something.
Okay.
I didn't know you did this, but I noticed you did 2 movie reviews just kind of
Oh,
other day. I thought they were both really good.
Oh, thank you. Thanks
I
for reading it.
Because of you, I want to see that Olivia Wilde movie.
The Invite. So
insane,
I did it for a bit and kind of left it. So I do write kind of stream of consciousness on Medium. So I have the link on my Twitter page. But so if you like movies, or if you're just interested to hear me talk about movies,
well, if they follow you on one of your socials, you'll link to it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to get more into the mood of like every other week, once a month, writing about something that I care about. I'll probably write about the Odyssey after I see it on Saturday.
Are you letterboxed as well, too?
I am on Letterboxd. I also have it on my Twitter bio, and I write a lot more freehand. You'll know a lot more about me if you read my Letterboxd.
All right, so, Brian, you won. Since it's before the growl, we can have a minute of bonus.
Okay.
You won the ESPN LA World Cup pool. It'll get you a couple $100.
Where are you going to go?
Do you spend it or stick it in your pocket?
Because I'm going on a honeymoon, I think I stick it in the pocket and take it as little
No,
extra.
when
Spend it on
did not go on a honeymoon at the time you got married, so this is like a year or
about
two
2
delayed.
years. Yeah, 2 years will be December.
And when do you go?
August 5th.
Okay.
Go to Seattle for a couple days and then up for Alaska for like 8.
Well, one of the few states I haven't been to, but my parents have cruised through Alaska, and they say it's spectacular.
Yeah.
So have you ever been?
Never been. No, Allison actually lived out there for 3-4 months during like summer and college. She went out there, worked at like the bars.
Well,
or
one of the coolest
restaurants.
things, I don't know if you know this, but I'm guessing you do. Do you know it stays light until like 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah. Don't watch the movie
Midnight Sun.
Insomnia before you go on this
Okay.
trip.
What
It
you
would
should-
mess you
What you
up.
should do is listen to Midnight Sun from Zara Larson a bunch.
Or watch the movie Mystery Alaska about the hockey team that
Or
plays.
The Proposal.
Or,
we
I
just watched that too. Yeah.
The proposal's perfect.
That is good.
The proposal will make you. By the way, sleepy good romantic comedy. The
It is
Proposal.
very
My wife
Great
loves
cast.
that.
Love
movie,
Sandra.
Sandra Bullock almost always nails it
Exactly.
in those rom-coms. Okay, we've got 2 minutes, and we got a bunch of Chris Magnon from the Lakers going to join us. Momo going to join us. It's an effort Friday, so you know this will be fun. Emily's game. She's already told me I have no chance. It's all coming up in 2 minutes. Stick around. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey sports fans, it's Sua Cravens and I want to tell you about my newest and favorite place, Wild Fork Foods Meat and Seafood Market.
I have 11 locations from LA to OC to Encinitas to choose from and to shop.
And they have the largest selection of everyday proteins, sides, over 400 types of grinds, and of course a large selection of exotic meats and seafood. The largest variety in one meat and seafood market. Amazing prices and products from all over the world. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, quality meat, wild prices.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Friday afternoon.
Yeah, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Friday the 17th of July, 2026. Another Mason vacation day, but Johnny I's here. John Ireland, the voice of the Lakers.
I get out of the shower, I do a happy dance, and then I suck on the tap.
And yes, another day of AK. Andy Kamenetsky. I didn't want to play the May I See It again. That's fine. Do it one more time.
May I see it? Really? Please.
Andy also hosts the Locked On Lakers, so we'll talk the latest on the King, the latest on LeBron, because why not? He's somehow making news in the middle of July. Still, we'll talk Lakers off season 2, and the Dodgers are back for a weekend set against the Yankees. And LAFC is back.
Dipsy-doo between the legs.
El Trafico LAFC Galaxy tonight. We get ready for the World Cup final on Sunday.
Oh. Yeah.
And yes, we'll make you feel good on a Feel Good Friday, an F-It Friday. Let's do it. Producer Emily's here. Producer Brian Cohen. The social team in the back and you.
Beef stew's coming back soon, I think.
Yeah. The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
So with that said, let's get this show on.
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
Yo, Friday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is Friday. Our favorite day of the week here because we can do whatever the hell we want. And Andy Kavanetsky's in for Mace. Emily's here. Brian's here. It's a getaway night for me. I'm flying to Idaho tonight, so half my foot's out the door, and those sometimes are the best shows.
Nice.
We have a lot to start with. By the way, Andy, I know you gave me permission to get excited about the Lakers Summer League team, and I've now gone past excited. I think they might win the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're the only undefeated team in Summer League. There are 30 teams in the Summer League. One team is 4-0, and it is your Los Angeles Lakers. But it's not that they're just 4-0, Andy. It's the way they just drubbed the Bulls and Caleb Wilson yesterday. At one point, they led by 32 points. And I love the way – I know it's Summer League. I know I can already feel the people coming out of the woodwork saying, oh, God, Ireland's excited about Summer League. Yeah, I am because – and Chris Magnon, the point guard of that team, is going to join us in about 25 minutes. He's going to join us 12:30 after practice. But, Andy, they attack both offensively and defensively. I think, and you tell me if I'm putting the cart ahead of the horse, I think potentially there are 3 possible, I won't guarantee it because I know it's Summer League, rotation players on that team. One is Magnon because he's a point of attack defender, and there's going to be games. He's on a 2-way, so he can only play about 40 games for us. But there's going to be games where Luka and Austin defensively don't have it, and they need somebody to take those Marcus Smart minutes. So I think Magnon's got a shot. I think Adu Thero's got a shot to provide energy off the bench for about 10 minutes. And I know he's a rookie, and I know coaches don't like playing rookies, but I think Cameron Carr might get some rotation minutes. Am I too high on the Summer League Lakers?
I would say you are partially too high.
Okay.
And here's where. I think Cameron Carr is more likely to be in the rotation than not between how well he's played and also the skill set that's needed. Like, he is a 3-level scorer. The shooting, I think, is real. The athleticism is real. He's shown an ability to play off ball, and I think that's going to be really important on a team with Luka and with Austin, and if he's in a second unit with Colin Sexton, like guys who can be ball dominant. You need to be able to thrive off ball, relocate, things like that. Cameron Carr has been really good with it. I think they'll find ways to offset the defense, which I think isn't quite yet where the offense is, but he's got great length. He can be disruptive. We've seen him block shots in space, like corner threes, just through his length. I at this point would be more surprised if he's not in the rotation than he is. Adu, I'm not quite there yet, but it's been great the way he has improved over the course of just Summer League. He's slowing down. His athleticism is like 1% of the league level. That good. Magnon, his opportunities are going to be limited in some ways just because he's a 2-way guy.
Right.
You got to be careful with how many games they play, and his offense needs to catch up to the defense. But I'll say this, Chris Magnon is in zero danger of losing his 2-way contract.
Right.
And I guarantee that matters to him.
And again, we'll talk to him at the bottom of the hour. You know, sure enough, I just opened the YouTube chat. Johnny Buckets, Ireland. You're really glazing the Summer League team. Well, I kind of am.
Well,
yeah.
Here's why it matters. If you are somebody listening right now who says, I don't care if the Summer League team wins Vegas, great. Like, don't care. And I understand why you don't care. Why it matters, though, is if you have this many players excelling in the Summer League, if nothing else, it offers the potential of what they could be for the big club. Again, potential, but if they're doing terrible in the Summer League, there's less potential. So that's why you should be excited.
So we'll circle back to that and Magnon at the bottom of the hour. Dodgers open a 3-game series tonight in New York against the Yankees. Now, the last time the Dodgers played in Yankee Stadium, this happened.
The Dodgers a strike away. from a championship, from a proper celebration. Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
Joe Davis on the call. And by the way, do you know who that pitcher was that threw that pitch?
That pitch?
I do.
Off the top of
Brian,
my head,
do you
I
know?
do not.
I believe I do.
Well, who do you think?
Walker Buehler?
Yep.
Yeah, yes.
You know how quickly things change in a couple of years. It was Walker
Julio
Buehler.
Urias threw out the one they won in 2020.
Right.
Cody Bellinger was a playoff hero for the. I mean, Corey Seager. These guys move around.
Here, swung at ball 4. Carr is going to be connect soon.
Okay.
Watch.
Here's
possible, I guess, but I don't think that.
Here's where I would say, obviously, Carr has to show it at the NBA level. That is the
But
obvious.
Carr plays defense. That's what's keeping Connect from getting minutes.
Well, honestly, I don't think that's the only reason that Connect isn't getting minutes. The defense is an issue. The bigger problem that Dalton Connect's had is he's being asked to play off ball more, and he's being asked to be more of an intuitive player than he was at Tennessee when he had the
Tennessee,
ball.
when they just gave him the ball and let him go to work.
Cameron Carr has shown an ability. Again, it's Summer League, all caveats guy in the chat. I hear you.
Okay.
But the difference is he's showing the ability to do this stuff in ways that I think is translatable to the big club. We'll see.
All right, so circling back to the Dodgers, Roki Sasaki going against Garrett Cole tonight.
Ooh.
Is it smart or stupid to keep sending Sasaki out there? He's 3-5. He's got the highest ERA on the team, 5.33. I cannot imagine a scenario where he would get a post-game start. But last year in the World Series, Andy, he did provide you some relief innings. Smart or stupid to throw him in there against the Yankees?
Smart. I mean, at this point, because his struggles are not hurting the team, unless internally they're sensing that it is really hurting his confidence. And, the more you're putting him out there, the more you're actually bringing him down with his mood. Give him the opportunities to work through this stuff because it's not hurting anything.
The other thing is the Yankees have the second best record in the American League, only behind Tampa. Tampa, as we know, not as playoff tested as New York. Mm-hmm. Is this a preview of the World Series tonight?
Potentially. I mean, I feel like it's a preview of the Dodger half in the World Series. That part I feel pretty good
Emily,
about.
you think it's a World Series preview tonight?
I think the Yankees will Yankee at some point in time in the postseason, as in they will struggle like they did in the fifth inning.
But in 24, they Yankeed against us.
I know. I
they
think
got your boy Judge.
I think if I was going to take the field in the AL, I'll take the field.
Well, you brought it up, Andy. They're doing all this without Judge. He hasn't played in a couple months. Brian, is this a preview of the World Series tonight?
To that point, without Judge, I think it is. I think the AL is a little weaker this year. And
I do, too.
think the Yankees, when they get there fully healthy, they are by far the best team.
Now, Andy, something Dylan Hernandez wrote in the California Post caught your eye. Dylan thinks that Kyle Tucker is already a bust, and he's comparing him to Trevor Bauer, Andrew Jones, Jason Schmidt, and Scott Kazmir. Fair or unfair to group Kyle Tucker in with those guys?
Unfair and, frankly, respectfully to Dylan, ridiculous. I mean, if you really look at those guys that he brought up, Andrew Jones, Trevor Bauer, Jason Schmidt, Scott Kazmir. Andrew Jones batted 158 in his one season as a Dodger. He only played 75 games, was eventually released. He was unplayable. Trevor Bauer, the off-the-field issues and accusations, and I'm not looking to relitigate them.
No, but I'm like the only person that is comfortable talking about this. I've said it before. I think Trevor Bauer deserves another opportunity.
That's not
Yeah, but what I think your point is, he wasn't cut because of anything he did on the field.
Well, no, what I was just going to say is he became both untenable and unplayable and released. And I remember hearing at the time he wasn't particularly popular with teammates anyway. But the point being, that was a disaster to a point where you had to release him. Jason Schmidt had a 6 ERA with the Dodgers, missed an entire season because of rotary cuff situation that the Dodgers knew about and signed him anyway. Scott Kazmir was eventually traded to a team that released him. Kyle Tucker is not performing anywhere at a level where you're thinking about releasing him. He's just underperforming.
Right.
He's not unplayable.
But I do feel like the Dodgers, maybe this is a case for the salary cap. The Dodgers are so loaded because they can pay anybody. They can afford to fail on this guy where other teams might be sunk if they had Kyle Tucker and had more bad seasons and he never lived up to the price tag that he paid. I think they were almost too big to fail.
Yeah, I mean, he's underperforming. Don't get me wrong. Like, he is definitely underperforming, and they want him to be better. But there's levels to this. He's not unplayable. He's just underperforming. Like Andrew Jones, I covered those teams for the LA Times. Andrew Jones was unplayable. Like Scott Schmidt.
And that was at the very end of his career, right? For Andrew Jones?
He had like 3 or 4 years after that. He eventually
Did he
got
ever
released.
return to form? Or we just got him at the end of his
better than
career?
the Dodgers form, but not great. Jason Schmidt, again, was both unplayable and missed an entire season. Like, Kyle Tucker's not at that level. He's just underperforming.
Mookie Betts came up with a really interesting idea. I want to see what you think of it. Mookie says, as soon as a position player gets sent in to pitch, call the game. Just say, that is, in essence, a white flag. He's not wrong. I mean, the reason it's complicated that you would have to call the game is because of advertising. I mean, TV and radio stations have to get their commercials in, but they deal with that stuff, Andy, when there are rainouts. And it's not that often a position player comes in to pitch, maybe 5 times a year, if that. What do you think of Mookie's idea? I would vote for it.
I am kind of a sicko in that I enjoy
you like to watch.
Yes, I'm a sicko who likes to watch. I enjoy the perverse entertainment of Miggy Rojas out on the mound, essentially throwing batting practice. I kind of enjoy it. If both sides agree to waving the white flag and calling it, sure.
Brian, you go to a handful of baseball games every year. You're at a game. It's 15-2. Here comes Miguel Rojas. Any issues if they call the game?
If I'm at the game, yeah, I like to see a pitch. But if I'm watching this at home, yeah, call it.
Em, what do you think?
I think the season's already long enough already. We don't need the extra 2 innings of this game
I'm with
between
you.
the Dodgers and the Red Sox. So I just think, though, that the team that is losing, though, has to agree to, like, wave the right white flag. And think, just save everybody, save the arms, save everybody's time, get on the buses earlier.
All right, you are telling me, and Em, I'm not sure what this is, but you say there is a celebration in Summer League that might catch on with the Lakers Summer League team.
Catch on,
all right,
and I love it.
We'll tell you what it is coming up next. Andy Kamenetsky in from Ace. Emily's here. Brian's here. Chris Magnon from the white-hot Lakers Summer League team joins us in 15 minutes, ESPN LA.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Red Card penalty. Score big flavor with Waba Grill's new Red Card combo for a limited time. A mini sweet and spicy chicken bowl, chili crisp dumplings, and a refreshing penalty punch for a beverage with mango popping boba. An all-star lineup for just $9.99. Only at Waba Grill.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who to call, I say it's easy. I tell them to call my guy. I got a guy. Attorney Big Al. Big Al's been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. He's an LA native, a huge sports fan. Wait till you hear him go. And he knows that after a crash, things get overwhelming fast. Between dealing with insurance companies trying to rip you off, trying to get your car fixed, trying to find the right doctors if you're hurt, it can be a lot. It can turn your whole world upside down. That's where Big Al and his team will step in for you. So lock this number in your phone. 1-800-HURT-123. 1-800-HURT-123. They'll help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and help you understand what you may be entitled to. And here's the biggest thing. Don't let the insurance company call the plays. Call 1-800-HURT-123 or visit attorneybigalca.com.
Attorney Big Al's attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Crypto.com Arena this weekend. Brought to you by BKT Tires and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Visit MonsterJam.com today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Makes sense.
This is a true story. I'm not making this up. A teenager in Oregon bought a used Lakers jacket that he found at a Goodwill for $3. Very old, kind of beat up. But after he got home, he thought it looked exactly like Wilt Chamberlain's warm-up jacket in 1972, the year Lakers won 33 games in a row. So he took it to an expert. It turns out he was right. Chamberlain did wear that exact jacket during the season. They were able to identify it. So now it's up for auction this week at Sotheby's and could fetch over $250,000, and he paid $3 for it. More of the story, you see your favorite team in a Goodwill store, snap it up. You never know where that might have gone.
That is one hell of an ROI, man.
And $3 is super cheap. I will say, if that happened in LA, like a Lakers jacket was in LA, that jacket is easily still $100, even if it's thrifted, because thrifting prices here are insane, especially the area that you thrift.
Yeah, so to me, good for him. All right, Emily,
I will say,
what is the celebration that caught your attention that involves the Lakers Summer League team?
Okay, so I was scrolling on Twitter last night, and I came across this, and I had to triple check that this is an AI, that someone didn't put themselves into this, but there's a player for the Summer League called John Elmore.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, number 40. So he hits a
and he's got the Caruso hair.
Exactly.
In other words, not much. Yeah.
He's got the U going on. So he hits a three over a contested shot, and then he walks it off, and all he does is he wipes not his brow, but from the back of his bald spot to the front of his bald spot.
Like salute to the bald brotherhood?
Exactly, and just stares down somebody in the crowd, and I think it is amazing. I think this is the energy that this version of the Lakers need to have.
Andy, as somebody who is not totally in the brotherhood, but could be one day, how do you feel about this celebration?
John, it's kind of you to say that, but I'm very much in the brotherhood.
So what do you think of the John Elmore celebration?
I enjoy the celebration, but as somebody that has been where John Elmore is, and quite frankly, as someone older than him, I could maybe mentor him on his life moving forward. He's got to take the horseshoe down a couple levels.
Go full Caruso?
If not full Caruso. I don't go full Caruso, but I've got it pretty tight. Right now I'm a little bit scraggly, but
Yeah, you have a little more hair than if you let your hair grow out, you would have a Larry David thing going on.
Yes, and I don't want that. Okay. So that's why I have it as it is. Like, I choose to think that I've got a Statham going.
Okay.
But the Statham is tighter. I would say John Elmore, if I could take the young man under my wing and give him some advice, I would say you got to take it down a peg or two. It's frankly too distracting. It also reminds me of in 2020, and this is one of the single greatest athlete quotes I've ever witnessed in person. After a 2020 game that the Lakers won, JaVale McGee was talking about Alex Caruso. And you remember, Alex Caruso went through that period of, as George Costanza would say, clinging to scraps.
Yes.
The once great society.
And then went to the went to the headband.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he went to the headband, but he also eventually just shaved it down.
Because otherwise, the sweat would just get in his eyes because there's nothing to stop the sweat.
And JaVale McGee, as it turns out, played a big role in making this happen for Alex Caruso. He said, quote, "I just had a vision. And when I saw that vision of what Caruso could be, visually, I made it happen. I told him to get the haircut. Also, haircut, headband. What happened? He went out there and flew like the eagle that he is."
I always look at these things and say, you be you. If you like Landon Donovan's taken a lot of heat because he kind of lost his hair in front of the viewing public.
Like last World Cup, he had a bad transplant and you could see it.
Right.
And then this time he comes
just
in
went
with a full head of hair, which is a wig.
And it's different, but if he's talked about it, if it makes him feel better, I feel the same way about plastic surgery. You know, like people get on girls and they say they've had a nose job or a breast job or whatever. If it makes you feel better, it gives you more confidence. If you feel better about yourself, I'm all for it.
I do think
life's too short, man. Do what makes you feel good.
My favorite tweet from last night is they have a history teacher on the Lakers these days.
He does look like that.
He looks
a
like
bit.
a history teacher.
I'll tell you what, though.
But he wouldn't if he took it down a couple. He would actually look less like a history teacher.
Here's why, as the YouTube chat accused me of, I'm glazing the Lakers Summer League team. It's not, Andy, that they win. It's that they're uber aggressive. They attack. Caleb Wilson, and he looked good last night. He didn't do anything to discourage me from thinking he's going to win the Rookie of the Year. But, I mean, A.J. DeMonsa could win it. Darren Peterson could win it. Caleb Wilson could win it. Maybe somebody like a long shot like Cameron Carr sneaks in there. But the thing I love about watching this team, and you for your other job watch all these games, is the Lakers, both offensively and defensively, take the fight to the opponent. Yeah. They don't wait to get hit. They hit first, which hasn't always been the case with our team.
No, it's been Caleb Wilson. He had an efficient scoring game last night against the Lakers, but he turned the ball over 8 times. And to your point about the way the Summer League team flies around, like they flew around to the point, and the Bulls, to their credit, were doing it too. One of the Bulls ran into a Gatorade jug, and the entire thing
on the Lakers bench.
Yeah, the entire thing blew up. Like it turned into a stoppage where it took probably like 200 towels to clean the thing up. And both of those teams were going at it, but then it was great. They all worked together with the towels to get everything cleaned up. So it was just two teams that were playing super hard. And to the point I was making earlier about why Laker fans, I think, should care. If you don't care about them winning in Vegas, I get it, whatever. Like, I'd be lying if I said I truly care. But similar to, I think it was the 2017 Summer League team that had Lonzo and B.I., Hart, Kuzma, Zoo, I think Nance, and they won the Summer League. It's not that they won it that matters. It turned out to be a team with a bunch of NBA players. Like, that's why you should be potentially excited about this team. It's not them winning the Summer League. It's why they won the Summer League.
From the chat, Irving Garcia, they look good, but they ain't playing, and the players they're playing aren't playing in the regular season. Not all of them, Irving, you're right. Most of them, actually.
Sure.
But I'm telling you, every time I see Cameron Carr play, I think maybe.
He looks good.
I think Adu Thero, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Chris Magnon, maybe. And we have not mentioned the name
Arthur Kaluma.
I think Arthur Kaluma may be playing his way into the NBA as a reserve.
And I think the issue, too, in this postseason that I think people are talking about with the Thunder is that in the younger teams like the Spurs is they have this depth. These guys they can throw at you. And again, we're not saying these guys are going to immediately be what those people are, but maybe in 2 years they can be this depth behind the Lakers starters that can help them to a postseason success.
Well, here's why it matters, too. Like, if, say, a few of these guys are NBA-level players and the Lakers can sign them now or have a reason to sign them now or convert one of their two ways, then all of a sudden you have access to cost-controlled young players.
Yeah.
And that's something
which is another level to
yeah,
this.
that's something the Lakers have they've been missing. Like, this is something that should, even with all the caveats of it's not an NBA game, this is something that I think legitimately should make Laker fans excited about. Like, they should be enjoying this.
And we'll see how they keep on. We are going to, at some point this hour, track down Chris Magnon. Could be as soon as practice is over, he's coming to us. So could be next, but we expect it to be in this hour. And then, of course, we've got icebreakers. We've got sports graffiti, your chance to react. Momo is in New York at all of this Fanatic stuff with all of this conversation. She was at the ESPYs. She's at Fanatics. She'll give us the latest from New York, and that's coming up at 1:30. Mason in Ireland. Chris Magnon right around the corner. Andy in for Mace, ESPN LA.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran, and let me tell you about the summer deals that are sizzling right now at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. How about a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $259 a month for 36 months plus tax? $259 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma? It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $49.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required on approved credit. Tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer doc fee of $80. Offer ends 7/31/2026.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means us, California IA. The Cup is down to its final matches. One trophy, one champion. DraftKings has you covered for every single one of them. The DraftKings app is now live in California, so whether you're catching that early kickoff before work or that late match at the bar, you're in on every single minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. And new DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code LA710. Don't forget that. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19. For terms, go to dkng.co/predictions promo. Good luck.
Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got LifeSource Whole House Water System. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water. With no salt and no regular maintenance. No more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'm never going back. LifeSource has been doing it for decades. Read the reviews. Call the LifeSource California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Today it's Andy Kamenetsky in Ireland as we go to Las Vegas, where the Los Angeles Lakers Summer League team is the only undefeated team left, 4-0. And the head of the snake is Chris Magnon, the point guard, and he is nice enough to join us now. Chris, thank you for doing this. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. Let me start with this. Is the reason you guys are 4-0 more because of your offense or more because of your defense, in your opinion?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I will say for us, I think in our runs that we've had, defense leads offense. So I think we've been getting a lot of stops and getting out in transition, and that's been working for us for sure.
What do you think has been, I think, really like improving over the course of the Summer League? Because in watching you guys from the California Classic to where you are now, it's not just that you're playing well. I think you're actually playing better.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're obviously a new group of guys, but we're getting a lot of chemistry, and we're kind of getting to know each other and understanding each other's games. So I think we've seen that, and we're starting to really build our chemistry, and it's turning into some wins.
Chris Magnon's with us. Chris has been with the Lakers for a while. He was one of the two-way players last year, so he did get some NBA experience. And now he's leading the way on the Summer League team, along with Cameron Carr and Adu Thero and Arthur Kaluma, and they've kind of caught fire. Chris, I mentioned earlier that to me, it seems like you guys are always on the attack. You're playing downhill. You seem to punch first rather than respond to getting punched. Do you agree with that? Do you think that you guys are forcing action on both ends of the court?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal. I think we got a lot of confident guys. We got Cam, very confident guy, Duke, confident guy. Arthur's starting to really show that he's an NBA player, and I think we're obviously punching first, and we're getting a lot of stops. And when we do that, obviously, like I said, we're running out and being aggressive in transition.
A lot of Laker fans, Chris, are really excited about Cameron Carr, first-round pick, what they've seen him so far. What have been your main impressions of him as a player?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. The dude is a gifted scorer. He can score at all three levels. He's super athletic, super long. So I think he measures out well as an NBA wing. I think he's gonna be a great player. I think he fits in most teams. So
yeah, Chris Magnon is with us, and Chris was first team All Defense last year in the G League, and he played 9 games for the Lakers as well. So Chris, you've had a foot in both worlds. There is for lack of a better word, a vacancy for a point of attack defender that Marcus Smart was for the Lakers last year. And I know you played against Marcus and probably picked up some tricks from him. But is that possibly you? Are you at this stage of your career ready to guard the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders and the Anthony Edwards and the Steph Currys? Do you feel like in your development that you're there?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be awesome. And I'd be super excited to take on that role. I take it personal, guarding the other team's best players, and I think I do a pretty good job. So I would say, yeah, if that's the role that I can carve out in the NBA, then I would love to have that role for sure.
You're a defender that really likes to get into the guy that you're guarding. I watch it. It's pretty entertaining to see the aggressiveness. How much fun is it for you in the Summer League knowing you've got 10 fouls that you can do this?
Oh, it's amazing. The first day of training camp, we said, we all have 10 fouls. And I remember our first game versus Golden State, I had like 4 fouls in like 5 minutes. So, just using them is always fun, and I don't mind it. So,
Chris Magnon is our guest. So for people who don't know, Chris was the leading scorer for the Warriors Summer League team a year ago, but they left you unprotected, and the Lakers were able to swoop in and grab you. And now, Chris, it's kind of come full circle. The only team that's beaten you guys in the Summer League, you're 4-0 in Las Vegas, but you played in the California Classic. You guys played in Utah as well. The Warriors beat you earlier, and you know some of those guys. Do you have extra incentive when you play the Warriors, knowing that they could have had you and they didn't, or have you moved past that and don't think about it at all?
I mean, I think I take it personal for every team. Every team could have had me and didn't. So I take it personal every time I step on the court. I try to cause havoc out there and make it hell for any team.
Chris, while he was in Vegas, Jake LaRavia said something to the effect of, because Adu was hurt so much last season, he really didn't get to see Adu's athleticism live and in person all that often, and seeing it in Vegas, it's very like, oh my. You've been around Adu more, but can it still be pretty eye-opening to see like that athleticism and explosion?
Yeah, I mean, I was with Adu all summer. Adu, Arthur, we all were working out in LA all summer, and some of the things that dude can do is insane. One time he did like a backdoor cut into a windmill on the low man. So there's a low man there, and he still did a windmill on his head.
Wow.
So things like that you guys don't even see, and yeah, he's capable of doing that.
All right, you mentioned Arthur Kaluma, Chris, and he's the one guy that we didn't know about. We knew about you. We knew about Adu. We obviously knew about Cameron Carr because he was a first-round draft pick. But this guy, Kaluma, has really played well in Summer League. Is he an NBA player, or at least on his way to becoming one, or what's your assessment of him?
Yeah, I'm so proud of him, man. It's like I said, me, him, and Adu, and some other guys, we've been working all summer, and I think he's clearly an NBA player for sure. He can score. He has length. He can defend. So I don't see why not. And I think the sky's the limit for him, and I'm super proud of him that he's able to go out there and put on the show.
Zach Guthrie, it was announced, just got promoted to J.J. Redick's staff at the big club. You've been coached by Zach Guthrie. What makes him really good?
I didn't even know that. Congrats to
yeah,
Zach.
it just it just got announced. So he's going to be up on the big club this year, and so you're going to see a lot more of him, Chris. But you played for him last year, right?
Awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I played for him in the G League. Super analytical guy. He knows how to put different guys in different positions to score. Obviously, we had a great season in South Bay, so I'll say nothing but the best for him. And right. I'm super excited to continue to work with him.
All right, a couple of things to wrap up. Chris Magnon is our guest. Chris, what percentage of the time, I'm guessing it's probably 90 at least, do people mispronounce your last name like I did until I walked up to you and asked you?
Okay, what is the actual pronunciation? Because I've heard it pronounced a few different ways. So clarify for us.
Well, to be fair, all throughout college, I always said Manning, right?
Yeah.
And then when I got to Vanderbilt, the coaching staff added the Enye on it. Technically, I believe you're supposed to say Magnon, but I won't get mad at you if you say however way.
How do you call?
Technically, Magnon is the correct way.
Yeah. So you introduce yourself as Magnon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris. But,
yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Chris Magnon is with us. All right, so you're uniquely qualified to answer this, Chris. We see so many players, and you're one of them, that seem to have NBA talent, but for whatever reason are fighting to get and stay at the NBA. What's the biggest difference? I mean, you've guarded Luka in practice. You've guarded Bron in practice. So you know what NBA superstars are like. But how would you explain, if somebody asks you, the biggest difference between a good G League player and a good NBA player is what?
I mean, there's levels. You talk about Luka, he's probably the best scorer I've ever had to guard. There's definitely levels. You just gotta, I would say, just learning your role and carving out a role for yourself. Every team is different, and you need to be able to fit into whatever team you're on. So I'll say just carving out a role.
By the way, what are the odds that this club would have two-way guys who both have Cornell and Vanderbilt experience, like you and A.K. Akarike? That is very, very
Did you guys cross paths? You and Akarike cross paths when you were in college?
Yeah. We played together for maybe 3 years at Cornell. So, yeah, we have a little Cornell-Vandy pipeline going.
This is the smartest group of two-way players we've ever had, like with Cornell and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chris, if you when you're done playing, and I hope that's not for another 10, 15 years, you're going to be you and Akarike are going to have pretty good job options for your thing. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, for sure. That's definitely the plan. He's a little bit more of a nerd than I am, so I gotta learn from him, but for sure.
All right. So, Chris, what are and Chris Magnon is our guest. What are JJ and the coach and Ty Abbott, who's the summer league coach, and Zach, who you mentioned, what are they telling you've got to do to advance your career? To maybe I think AJ Mitchell's a great player at Oklahoma City, and that's the guy I hope you turn out to be. That he got an opportunity in OKC when their guys got hurt, and he kind of cashed it in. I'm thinking the same thing could happen with you. What are the coaches telling you need to work on in order to advance?
I mean, they just tell me to stick to my bread and butter. My bread and butter is, going to be guarding the other team's best player, and I have to do that consistently and be effective at that. So just continue to do that, and I think my offense will fall. Obviously, we have Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. I probably won't touch the ball as much on the big club, so which is fair, obviously.
All right.
But guarding the other team's best player and being able to knock down open shots when teams go to double those type of guys is going to be my role. So.
Well, it's really fun to watch your growth, and it's really. By the way, you had Caleb Wilson as an opponent last night, who a lot of people think is going to be in the Rookie of the Year race. What'd you think of him?
He's a great player, super athletic, can shoot over guys. It's definitely a tough matchup.
Well, you guys were up at one point by 32. So take care of business tomorrow. Bring home. By the way, I'm assuming you guys care about right? Like normally Summer League, you ask players, what do you want to get out of Summer League? They say, I just want to get out of it healthy. I just want to get out of it getting better. But you get this deep. You're 4-0. You're now the number 1 seed in the Final Four. I'm guessing you care about winning it, right?
For sure. I mean, we made it this far. We might as well bring it home for sure. And winning is never boring. And winning is always fun. So
as hard as these guys are,
get to here.
As hard as you guys are playing, Chris, there's no way you don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. You can tell. It
jumps off the screen watching out here. It's pretty fun to watch, man.
And keep it up, Chris. You've got a huge file. I don't know if word's getting to you in Vegas, but you've got a huge file. All these games are on TV now. When you first started, they weren't. All the Summer League games weren't on TV. They are now. And everybody is super excited about you and the other guys and how hard you're playing. So thank you for doing this. And most of all, good luck this weekend and bring home the title.
Thank you, guys.
All right. That's Chris Magnon. And thank you to Mitch Eckert and Kyle Pringler and the Lakers PR staff for making that happen. Andy, I'm really rooting for that kid. He's, as you can tell, he's really down-to-earth, nice, cares about defense, which is what we need. And, what you hope is that he's Austin Reeves. When Austin Reeves was not drafted, the Lakers gave him a two-way. They realized very early, this guy's better than a two-way. And maybe that's the corner that Magnon is turning.
The thing that I've really learned a lot while covering sports, but particularly the NBA, because the NBA has been my lane more than any other sport, just how good you have to be in the G League. These guys are so effing good. And they often, I think, get looked down on by casual fans because just G League, whatever. These guys are so good. And the margins between a G League player and even a low-end NBA rotation player or even a 13th man, they can be razor thin. And sometimes it is just right circumstances, right setting, whatever. But these guys are so good.
I will say this about Magnon. When he comes into the game, and in Summer League, it's a little different because he's not playing against all NBA players. But even in the 9 games he played last year, I never feel like he's in over his head. I feel like, okay, he's getting a chance. Let's see if he can do it. Yeah. And I'm starting to get there with Thero, too. That he's so freaky athletic that I don't think you can stop him from going to the rim in the Summer League. Now, in the NBA, there'll be better defenders that can cut that path off. Mm-hmm. But watching him do his thing in Summer League, clearly, if we were in a horse race, he's ready to step up in class.
The thing with Adu is, and I've noticed this from game 1 as its own separate entity to everything since, he just needs to slow himself down. Because even a slowed down version of Adu Thero is more athletic than just about anybody else out there. And the athleticism really pops when it's under control and slowed down.
All right, coming up next, Icebreakers. Andy in for Mace. Our thanks to Chris Magnon, ESPN LA.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Are you the birthday day person, birthday week, birthday month? Because
he strikes me as the birthday month.
I was going to guess the same.
Wow.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Actually, no, not birthday month. No, I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, birthday week, because I would travel and I would celebrate for that week that I would travel. But I don't like weeks.
Take advantage. Take advantage. Who cares? If people want to do a week's worth of stuff for you.
Absolutely.
Do you do a week?
A day. Barely.
Tops.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
A day.
Yay.
If I get an hour, I'm like, hell yeah, what a day.
You know what? I might get a text from the kids, happy birthday, and then Susan and I will go get something to eat. Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the birthday.
I have to tell Riley, hey, it's my birthday in a couple days. Can you write me a card, please?
Something.
And that's it. But,
Really?
but I ask for the card.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, it's Mason. The next best thing to being at the 2026 FIFA World Cup is watching it at Cosm. Experience every match inside the massive 87-foot LED dome in shared reality. You will feel like you're right there on the pitch with the world's biggest stars. Plus, catch all the action in the Cosm Hall with great food and drinks. FIFA World Cup tickets will not last, so book right now at Cosm.com/FIFA. I will see all you guys for the World Cup at Cosm.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
When you're planning your next job, options matter. Now in stock at Lowe's, get the roofing brands you trust, including GAF, Owens Corning, and CertainTeed, with more colors to choose from. Shingles and accessories are in stock and ready to go. And when you're on the clock, we help keep you on schedule. Order by 4 p.m. and get next day job site delivery on select items as early as 6:30 a.m. At Lowe's, we have your back on the job. Delivery Monday through Saturday in select zip codes, subject to availability.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka with no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
Here is where we stand on the 17th of July. John, you are in second place. The others have 24 points. John, you have 16 points, but you did start in the hole 16, so you've technically earned like
I'm coming
32. And Mace has 6 points. Brian, you didn't be on the board yet, but here we go. For 10 points, I was born in 1994, and I have astigmatism. For 9 points, My pet monkey was confiscated at Munich airport when I couldn't produce the vaccination and import papers required for bringing the monkey into Germany.
Okay.
For 8 points, I have hosted SNL, I have appeared in Zoolander 2, and 2 episodes of CSI.
Ireland.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go Eli Manning.
That is incorrect. 1994 is when I was born.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was probably a little bit off.
But good guess. Good guess.
Okay. All right, I'm out.
For 7 points. Are you ready for me to move on, guys? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
One of my songs was the first song with Spanish lyrics to reach #1 since Macarena in 1995. And my wife has a popular skincare brand. Okay. All right. For 6 points, I've released 8 studio albums, including 2 in 2025.
Big shot here, Brian.
Go ahead.
Justin Bieber?
That is correct.
Whoa! Go
Justin
BC!
Bieber for 6 points.
Finally got one.
He is the halftime show at the World Cup final on Sunday, which is why I brought it up.
Oh.
Or at least he's performing around. I think is the halftime show. But yeah, the song that was in Spanish was Despacito.
Oh yeah.
Which he did in collaboration with other people. But he, yeah. Anyway. Good job, Brian. You're on the board.
Brian's on the board. And you helped me a little bit because at least the others didn't get it.
Right.
And then, M, let me look at a calendar. I'm trying to figure out when we switch to, it's not next week, but the week after. The last week in July is double points.
Yes.
So all next week, Mason will be back next week. And then, so we got 2 weeks left, so anybody can win it. Icebreakers is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated. Just 64 calories an ounce and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, and no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste. Nothing extra.
And by the way, Justin's wife's skincare brand is Rhode, which, Andy, I'm sure your daughter has a bunch of Rhode cosmetics or skincare.
She might. I wouldn't know, but it's certainly possible.
It is huge.
Probably when Michael and I used to do the third chair. And third chair was, remember, Andy, you remember it well because you were at most of these games. For about 5-6 years, the Lakers were pretty bad. Like I'm going to say from like 2013 to 2019.
Yep.
Like right until LeBron got
here.
Yeah. And so Michael and I, because they were getting blown out of every game, came up with this thing called the third chair, where we would get a famous person sitting in the crowd to come sit next to Michael and I and call the game with us. And we would, now it's Michael Funchess, but before that we had Jared Diglio, we had Adam Bronstein, we've had a bunch of producers who we basically said, the worst they can tell you is no, go ask. And we asked everybody.
Yep, I remember that.
And I was shocked how many times people said yes. So one time, and Brian, you can see if you can find this, Bieber with Michael and I, totally, he was there with Selena Gomez, who I think they
dated for a long time, and then now Betty Blanco, who is formerly Justin Bieber's producer, is married to Selena Gomez. This is a whole one.
Okay, so yeah, it's a sordid tale, but so when Bieber came up, and he totally embraced it, like started calling the game, started yelling, "Boom goes the dynamite!" But
boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, that was from that. Okay, so, but, Andy, what we didn't figure, it only happened one other time, with Carmen Electra. It caused such a scene at the broadcast site that Michael Roth and the Redcoats came up to us and said, you got to kill the bit. And we can't secure the section, and no one's watching the game. That's how big of a stir Bieber caused.
Bieber was, at his peak, a massive star.
Yeah.
Massive.
Oh, yeah. In Emily's day, when I was around 12 years old, Bieber was huge. I was not the biggest believer. I was more of a Taylor Swift fan. I was also more in the folk, but my sisters were huge Bieber fans, huge One Direction fans, all that good stuff. And, I'm glad that he's got himself back on track. And I liked his performance at Coachella this year, but it was controversial because people think he didn't put enough effort into it.
Yeah, I remember he used to live near Keyshawn.
Yes,
and,
I remember.
And Keyshawn got him to come on the show once. And he was a good sport about that. But, going back to those third chair days, I was always stunned, Andy, that people would say yes. The one guy who said no that I really wish he would have done it was Paul McCartney. He was there with his family, and Jared even offered to take a headset with a microphone and let him stay in his chair, which is what we did with Jack Black, because Jack Black had a courtside seat and he didn't want to get out of it, but he was great. We had Allison Janney come up and do it, which for me as a West Wing guy, we had Kaylee Cuoco from the Big Bang Theory.
I had Jack Black on my old ESPN LA podcast. He was promoting this independent movie, a small movie. It's called Bernie. That actually is
love that movie.
Yeah, it's a really interesting, unusual role for Jack Black, but he is a major Laker fan, like big time.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are. DiCaprio's a Laker fan.
Oh, yeah.
All right, coming up next is sports graffiti. Now, we've had a lot of stuff to talk about. Dodgers, Yankees. We haven't talked a lot of Rams, but you can bring the Rams up if you want. The Lakers Summer League team. We heard from Chris Magnon. We heard about Justin Bieber. You can go anywhere. It's Friday. So you can and open the phone, Tim. 877-710-3776 is the number. 877-710-3776. We're only doing one segment of Sports Graffiti today because we're kind of packed. So if you want to get in on the show, now is the time. 877-710-3776. 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland, your phone calls next. Sports Graffiti around the corner, ESPN LA.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Tonight on Countdown to Kickoff, presented by BMO, I sit down one-on-one with LAFC winger and Canadian World Cup star Jacob Schaffelberg as he relives his unforgettable experience playing the World Cup on home soil. Plus, it's time for another chapter of El Tráfico as LAFC gets ready to battle the Galaxy tonight. It's Countdown to Kickoff tonight at 6:30 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Dive in Saturdays at Oasis Pool. It's just like going to the movies, except the floor's a lot wetter. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
SoCal's best outdoor movie theater. Dive in movie night at Oasis Pool every Saturday.
Number 2.
The biggest soccer watch party of the year is at Sideline Sports Bar the 19th. Meet the players from Ave Alta.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck the 26th.
Morongo. Good times.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
When it's time for your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. It's Chris Morales telling you to go see John Good at George Chevrolet. With straightforward pricing, real savings, a great selection, and award-winning service, George Chevrolet is committed to earning your business by saving you money. Whether you're a first-time buyer, rebuilding your credit, or ready to upgrade, their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Basketball never sleeps, and neither does ESPN LA. The stars of tomorrow are headed to Vegas for NBA Summer League, and we are there. ESPN Los Angeles will be bringing you all the latest headlines, storylines, and more. From matchups and breakout performances to expert analysis from the voices you trust, we've got you covered. Coverage of the 2026 NBA Summer League on ESPN Los Angeles is presented by Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason and Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason and Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you love Mason Ireland?
Why I love them? Because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
No Mace today. Andy Kamenetsky pinch hitting for him, but it's your segment. Sports Graffiti. You can talk about whatever you want. Open lines, 877-710-3776. 2 lines open right now. Carlos on the 105 freeway. Hi, Carlos. You're on Sports Graffiti.
Yo, what's up, guys? I haven't called. I got a new job, so I haven't been able to listen to the show in this time slot now.
How dare you let work get in the way of Mason and Ireland, Carlos? How could you?
It's called a paycheck.
I hear you.
You're not supposed to be at work right now, are you, Carlos?
No, I actually had the day off. I'm driving, so that's why I'm able to listen always when I get it. But I do listen to the podcast. So I want to talk about LeBron James and how much the Lakers are going to suffer without him. He's just a great player. Everybody seems to be all happy, up in arms that he's gone. We don't have that problem no more when he was the best thing that was on the Lakers. So now we're going to see what Luka's really about. I'm not a big Luka fan. As a Laker fan, I just think he doesn't have that drive that Kobe had, that LeBron has to be great. He's just I don't know. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but it's just he doesn't have that getting up at 4 a.m. because he just lost the previous night. He's just that type of player. And one more thing, I want to see what's up with the softball game this year. It didn't happen. I was hoping to make it out there. Like I said, I haven't been listening. And let's go Lakers no matter what. But I'm just being real. And Lakers, who do you think? I think they're going to be like the playing tournament. Is that happening? A playing tournament team?
Maybe.
And we're going to see who falls on the sword this year. Probably
okay.
Pelinka
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, Andy. I think I've got him anywhere between 45 and 55. I set their over under yesterday 46. I think you were at 50.
Mm-hmm.
I think anything below 45 might even be a miss of the playoffs. If they get at 45, they're in the play-in.
Yeah, I mean, I think next year it's going to be very similar to what we saw last season, which is San Antonio and OKC health presumed at the top, and then it really bunched up like 3 through 7 like we had last year. But I absolutely expect the Lakers to be in that mix, and it wouldn't shock me at all if they kept the 3 seed again.
Here is Jason in Pasadena. Hey, Jason, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, I want to talk to you about, you always say Ohtani's the greatest ever, and
He's
totally
the best.
disagree with that.
Okay, Jason, I'll let you talk, and I want to know why you disagree with that. He's the best player I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes, in person. I never saw Willie Mays play in person. That was Vin Scully said he thought the best player was. Let me just ask you, Jason, who do you think the best players you've ever seen?
Probably Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is probably the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Ken Griffey Jr., I really love Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, both
Mike
good
Trout.
choices.
Oh, I'm a big Mike Trout guy.
So why are you down on Shohei?
I don't think Shohei is even the best Japanese player yet. Ichiro is still amazing. I look at his stats, and I'm amazed by his stats. And he started a late career. So as far as I think Ichiro is still the best Japanese-born player for at least another year or two. Tani has to do this for a couple more years before he passes Ichiro.
I would give Ichiro the edge slightly as a hitter because of his body of work, but Shohei's catching him as a hitter, and Ichiro didn't pitch. That's the big difference, Jason.
And Ohtani has 4 MVPs versus Ichiro's 1. I'm a massive Ichiro fan.
Me too.
Love Ichiro. But, I mean, Ohtani's a pretty damn good hitter in his own right.
Pretty good. Yeah, I would say so. Here is Chris on the freeway. Hey, Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, John. Nice to talk with you. I know you're a golfer. This is the last major of the year going on now over in Scotland. I met Tiger Woods in 2019. So my question is, will he ever win a major?
Will Tiger win another major?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Michael's convinced he won't. He's just had so many injuries that it would be pretty shocking if even the last one he won, when he had been hurt most of the year and came back and won it, was pretty amazing. I think he's probably done.
I would be stunned. And to be perfectly honest, I think Tiger has a lot of other stuff he needs to work through before he even thinks about golf. Like, Tiger Woods, the person, needs to be addressed first.
Right. Here's Gustavo in La Puente. Hey, Gustavo, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hi. I'm just making a few points. I'm going to try to go as fast as possible. Okay, so Austin Reeves, people are saying if he deserves the contract. And let's just go back to last season when Luka and LeBron were out. Austin Reeves showed that he was an all-star. Okay, and another point I want to make is that LeBron leaving, LeBron brought us the championship. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I understand that, but that doesn't mean everything he touches turns to gold. Let me give you two examples. He did not make players like D'Angelo Russell better or Brandon Ingram. Those are two examples of players that he did not make better. And that's about it.
All right. I don't know what to tell you. LeBron averages 8 to 9 assists a game. He makes everybody
Well,
better.
the
LeBron hate is staggering.
LeBron and B.I. played half a season together because both of them were hurt a lot that year. I don't think you can fairly say LeBron failed Brandon Ingram.
Here is Quick in L.A. Hey, Quick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
All right, John, so good to hear you guys. Listen. Number one, the gentleman that was talking about we're going to miss LeBron when he leaves. Listen, I didn't want him to come here because I had a feeling he would only get one, possibly, which he did. Okay. But all those young players that we had at that time have done so much throughout the league on other teams. And now we're getting back with the younger players. I can watch the Lakers again. It's a good day.
All right. Thanks, Quick. Andy, I think that's the kind of overwhelming sentiment. It's LeBron's gone, now we can get on with our lives kind of thing.
Look, it's been time for a while, and we know this because the Lakers really didn't invest anything in the last few years of like LeBron and AD. They felt it was done. And both sides have just been ready to move on. It's fine.
Let's go to Rob in Sacramento. Hey, Rob, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
How you doing? It's actually Rod, R-O-D.
Okay, sorry, Rod.
No problem. My question is, do you think with the signing of LeBron and Clutch Sports, him being involved with Clutch Sports so heavily, that it kind of stunted Rob Pelinka's growth as a general manager? Because he kind of was handcuffed with different moves that he had to make to appease LeBron.
Well, he didn't have to make them. He made the choice to make those moves. But I actually think, Andy, under the circumstances, and you guys, everybody's going to accuse me of being a Laker homer anyway, so I'll just come out and say it. He did a pretty good job of making the Lakers younger and more athletic. Once LeBron punted on the Lakers, he had to pick up the pieces, and I would say, I think he's done. The Kuminga thing could happen, but if he's done, I would give him a solid B for the rebuild. How about you?
Yeah, I am happy with the roster. I don't think it's a great roster. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I don't think it was possible to transform it into a great inner circle contender in one offseason, but I think you can see the vision of what Rob is going for. It feels aligned with how JJ sees the game and how Lucas sees the game. He just has to be correct about these players that he chose.
Jerry in Compton. Hey, Jerry, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, Jerry.
Hey, let's pretend we were at the YMCA and we were picking up teams to play basketball, and you could pick up any players from any era at their prime. I was wondering, who would you pick first? Because I know I would not pick LeBron nor MJ.
I would take MJ. Yeah, Michael Jordan was the best offensive player and the best defensive player the whole time he's in his career. Now, that doesn't make him the only answer, Jerry. If you were going to take Kareem or Wilt or Wemby or Kobe, I would have no issue with those. Andy, how about you?
First guy that pops to mind for me is Magic, because if you're playing in a pickup game, frankly, a lot of people suck, and Magic was really, really good at making everyone around him better, and those people will need Magic's help. So I'm taking Magic.
Jerry, who would you take?
Okay. I'll take Shaq, because anybody you put around Shaq would dominate.
So thanks for the call. When we had the pandemic, and we literally had to come up with stuff to talk about because there was no sports.
Oh, I remember that.
We all drafted a Laker team, and we played NBA 2K, and you could take any Laker from any era. And I had one of the first picks, and I took Magic, and then somebody took Kobe, and then Mason was left with Shaq, and Shaq destroyed everyone in NBA 2K. Just destroyed everyone.
The history of this organization is staggering. Like, you can make a stronger argument for Kareem as the GOAT than the GLOAT, the greatest Laker of all time. And that's Kareem. But I think when you start splitting hairs, it's going to end up between Kobe or Magic because they were lifers. And that's just, again, how strong the history is.
All right, let's get a couple more in here. Walrus in Encino. Hey, Walrus, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, good afternoon, John, A.K., Emily, and BC. First of all, let this 7th and 8th grade history teacher push back on the no hair bit. You all have seen my hair, okay? And my good friend who was my 8th grade history teacher, he's your age, John. He's got a full head of hair just like you. So let's push that one aside. Let's make that history, okay?
All right.
Second, the Mason Ireland show in the second half of March 2020 was pretty much the Tiger King show. If you recall, that's all you guys were talking about. I know because I was listening to you. It was hilarious. And then lastly, I was saying to Em on the phone, I genuinely believe if the Lakers are going to have a successful season, Cameron Carr needs to be in the top 8, 9 players in rotation. If I'm the coach, he is the first wing off of the bench. Sexton's the first guard. Ayton's the backup big. And Cameron Carr, for me, you put him in instead of LaRavia, instead of Adu, anyone that they have right now. That kid is awesome. You heard Chris Magnon say it himself. You all have a great day.
All right, thanks, Walrus. Here's Ron in L.A. Hey, Ron, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon. I want to talk about the World Cup this Sunday. I'm super excited about it. What do you think about all the hate of Messi and Argentina's getting? Kind of compare it with Brady and the Patriots because they win all the time. And I'm a big fan. Thanks for listening.
All right, Ron, thanks. Andy, I don't think Messi's getting a lot of hate. Do you?
I will say Argentina's getting a lot of hate. I will come in here and say Argentina's getting a lot of hate because of the favorable calls they have gotten throughout the entire tournament. The red card that was not called against Messi in the first game that probably should have gotten him that game and the next game out. The call against Egypt that was called, that called back a goal for Egypt. The Swiss player getting the simulation when Messi did the same thing about 3 minutes later. It's just saying Argentina's got a lot of favorable calls. They also like to play a style of play that gets in your face, that gets you mad, and therefore gets under your skin, which is how they're trying to play. So that is why I think people are not liking Argentina, and they won last tournament as well.
Yeah, I
They're
agree.
defending champs.
I agree with Emily. There's more towards Argentina than Messi himself. I also feel like if you're this upset over questionable or favoritism calls, World Cup's not the thing for you.
Yeah.
Like, this is just
The
not your
sun is
thing.
on the scale at all times.
Yeah, star players are always going to get calls. All right, Andy, do you know what a tagline is?
Yeah.
Okay, so like on The Real Housewives, here, I'll play one for you. On The Real Housewives, I'm just going to play one of these, BC, so fade it out after the first one. The women, when they get on the show, come up with a line to introduce themselves that's kind of like a humble brag, like this.
My motives are like my taste. Best left unquestioned.
Okay, so that's a tagline.
Yeah.
I, Andy, have written taglines for everyone on this show, including you, Emily, Brian. I've got Mace. I've got Morales. I will share them with you next, and you can either accept them or reject them. That's next, ESPN LA.
The second half of the MLS season is here, and it starts with the biggest rivalry in the league.
Expect the unexpected, throw the records out, whatever you want to talk about with this match, it fits.
Tonight, LAFC heads to Carson to battle the Galaxy in another battle for LA.
LA, baby. It is Los Angeles, and it is black and gold.
The summer of soccer stays right here on 710 ESPN.
What a match this has always been since day one.
LAFC versus Galaxy. Pre-game starts tonight at 7 p.m.
Hey guys, it's Cap. It's summer, and you know what goes great with summer? You guessed it, ice cold Coors Light. Here in Southern California, when that SoCal sun is shining, one thing is pretty clear. We don't just love beer, we love ice cold, crack that frosty can open, super refreshing beer. That's why the Coors Light mountains turn blue, to tell you when your beer is as cold as the Rockies. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Men, your health is the real MVP. Providence reminds you that many of the top health risks men face can go unnoticed. But annual checkups, screenings, and knowing your numbers can make all the difference. From staying active and eating well to prioritizing sleep and mental wellness, small steps can have a big impact. Providence brings together the best minds in men's health, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate care. Take control of your health like I did. Learn more at providence.org. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
You want to talk about a winning locker room? Rotolo Chevrolet is stacked.
That's the goal, Travis. Build a team that shows up every day ready to win for the customer.
And you trust them to do it?
100%. When your people know you've got their back, they take care of everything else.
That's why people like me keep coming back. It's not just buying a car, it's an experience.
Exactly. Great people, great culture, and we make every customer drive away happy. Come see us in Fontana off the 210 freeway at Sierra or online at rotolochevy.com.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a one-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
Payoff pitch to Rojas.
Hey, this is Miguel Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's back. It's on its way. Out of here. Miguel Rojas.
You're listening to Mason and Ireland Show.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
Okay, so we'll take a brief break from all the sports drama to tell you that The Real Housewives of Orange County is back, Andy, for its 20th season. And when these women introduce themselves, this is Michael and I watch these shows, and they introduce themselves with a tagline, like something they will say about themselves. It's kind of a combination between a humble brag and a description of how they feel about themselves.
Or a pun.
Yeah, and oftentimes it rhymes. Here's 45 seconds of taglines.
My motives are like my taste. Best left unquestioned. How do I hold it all together? Resilience and shapewear.
The truth speaks volumes, and I'm about to turn it up.
Just because I'm spoken for doesn't mean I won't speak up.
My body may be new, but my mouth is the same as always.
I'm the center of attention and a centerfold. I'm still the hottest housewife,
and that's my opinion. Lives come and go, but legends, we whoop it up forever.
Okay, so there's an idea of what. So I started thinking, this is in the mind of John Ireland when I can't sleep at night. What if we all had
3:30 a.m.
Yeah, pretty much
at Casa de Ireland.
What if we all had taglines? So I have come up with a tagline for each of you. You can either accept it, reject it, or go up the board and come with your own. Now, I've got all three of you. I've got Mason. I've got Morales. Who do you want to hear first? I've got me. What do you want to
Let's hear you.
Okay. The YouTube chat will love this one. You may think you've heard all my stories before, but wait, I have more. That's not bad for me, right?
I think it's good. I would have made the twist something, but you're about to hear him again. Referencing that's truly the bit.
Okay, here's Mason's, right? You better catch me today at noon because I'll be on vacation soon.
That works.
Pretty
That's
good
perfect.
for Mason.
That's perfect.
All right, here's Emily. And this kind of appeals to the fact that you often say things that people yell at you about that eventually turn out to be true.
Sure.
So here's Emily's. Sometimes I come off as a hater, but I bet you'll agree with me later. Okay?
That's good.
You like
I like
that one?
that these are all rhyming.
Okay. Well, this one doesn't rhyme, and this one's Brian. Okay? Brian is, I'm high on life and a lot of other things, too.
That's great.
What do you think?
That's good.
You like that one?
That also could have been Mace.
All right, Andy. This one's yours.
Okay.
Which I think you're going to like.
Okay.
All right?
I'm ready.
I can't promote my other job, which may sound odd, but Locked On Lakers is the name of the pod.
Boom! Boom, boom, boom.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah. I figured you would like that.
That's a 10 out of 10.
All right, now here's the last one. I did this for Morales, and I know in advance this is kind of mean, but Chris likes mean, so I thought he would like this. Tell me what you guys think. When I said I didn't want my own show, I lied. But nobody checks me because I almost died.
That's actually the best of all of them.
I agree.
That is truly a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So, but would you would each live with your own housewife taglines? Brian, I figured you'd like yours.
I would like that. Checks out. So
Yeah.
I mean, my boss, David Locke, would order me to live with my tagline.
Well, but what's funny is, they don't let Andy promote it because it's a competitive podcast, but we don't care. Like, you don't,
Well,
because you're playing by the rules, and
Look,
Greg asked you not to do it. But that, you notice Morales mentioned it in the open. I mention it all the time.
I can't police the rest of the station. I can only police myself. And so, in the interest of fairness, I got 5 years of nonstop promotion of this podcast before I was eventually told to stop. I can't complain, but I'm not going to police the rest of you.
I think that we need to also add on to this. I think this would be a great little bit for the Mandy's, because then we can do a little a skit, or everyone does a sit down and do a talking head, like a Real Housewives of ESPN Los Angeles, Real Housewives of LA Live. For now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ramona is joining us coming up next, and I asked her to come up with her own, but I also did one for her, and you guys can pick between whatever she comes up with and whatever I came
Does
up
she
with.
watch the shows too?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
she's into Bravo like I am, but she's more below deck.
Yes.
Okay.
She loves below deck, but she watches some of the Housewives shows.
Does she watch Summer House?
I think so.
Do you watch Summer House?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay, John. I need to talk to you about this reality show. We're going to do it on air for a second. So Brian and I were talking about this.
Okay.
There's a show.
It's a show that I haven't seen.
It's a dating show on Netflix. It's been out
It's
for
not
a
like
couple
me
years.
to miss one of these, but go ahead.
It's called The Ultimatum. And specifically, I would like you to watch one season. I think it's season 2, which is the Queer Ultimatum, where it's a bunch of
Everybody's gay?
women who are dating each other.
Okay.
So the premise is you are in a relationship with somebody. One person in the relationship has given an ultimatum. Do they want to get married or break up? Okay? So that couple then splits up, dates, and lives with other people for 2 weeks, then comes back together to decide whether or not they want to get married or break up.
Well, wait a minute.
How is insane.
Emily, how is that not exactly the premise of Temptation Island?
Because it's a
very
different
similar
title.
to Temptation Island.
That's the answer.
Yes. It is all the same thing, but John, I beg of you to
How
watch
many
this
different
season.
versions? How many different versions of Fast Track have we done under different names?
Well, it's funny. I did it.
And this is also all one gender, and it's queer, and it's also very interesting. So season 2, Queer Ultimatum. I know some of my friends that are in it. It is very fun.
The morning show, the Morales morning show, had Lee Haxay Hamilton on this morning. It was great to hear Lee. And when we used to work with Lee, Mason and I, Lee would make the point that in radio, you get a lot of bosses. You get a lot of turnover. We've had 25 bosses since we've been here. So every time the boss would come in, they'd want to put their own imprint on the station. So one of the first things they would do is change the logo and change the letterhead. So Hacksaw would put a piece of paper with the logo and the letterhead on it, and as soon as that boss left, he'd put the next one right under it. And by the time Mason and I got there, he was up to about 8. And, like everybody, just to prove the point that everybody feels when they come in. And so you ask the question, how many times have we renamed Fast Track? Every time we get a new boss, because they say they've got to feel like they're earning their money. They say, like, well, that's an old stale segment. So we change it to BSI, Big Show Interrupted. It was called for a while. And then we just eventually bring Fast Track back. But all of that kind of lends itself to it. All right, coming up next is, I did want to get this one thing in because, LeBron's got everybody waiting on pins and needles to see where he's going. Adam Silver even came out yesterday and said, hurry up and make. By the way, how about Adam Silver telling LeBron, hurry up and make decisions so we can get on with our lives when Adam won't make a decision about Kawhi?
Pots and kettles, my man.
I mean, it's just...
He's not wrong, but he's just being a hypocrite.
Because again, your schedule might change whether or not Kawhi is on the Raptors or not.
Right. So yesterday, somebody pulled up, might have been 2 days ago, pulled up to Steve Kerr at a stoplight in Vegas, and they recognized him, and they were Warrior fans. So I'll see if you could, Brian, is this easy to hear? Or
I raised the level so you could hear it.
Okay, so this is Steve Kerr talking to some drive-by Warriors fans. See if you can hear this.
Hey, when you get LeBron, man.
Oh, we got him.
Okay, that's good. And
put that on Twitter.
Okay, I got
it. We got him. Put that on Twitter. He's messing with them, right?
He's 1,000% messing with them. Put it on Twitter is the giveaway that he's messing.
Right. And so
could this
according
be tampering? I'm just kidding. It's past tampering stage, right?
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
Anybody can say they've got him.
No, right now the entire NBA is in post-tampering mode with LeBron.
Which is why Bob Myers sits down and talks with his agent out in the open on a podcast.
This is all future documentary footage.
All right, so
that's what all of this is.
Speaking of LeBron, Ramona is in New York, so we'll ask her about that. But also, she was at the ESPYs, which were great, and we'll get her suggested tagline, the Momo tagline, when we come back. Ramona Shelburne will join us. Mason in Ireland, ESPN LA.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Tonight on Countdown to Kickoff, presented by BMO, I sit down one-on-one with LAFC winger and Canadian World Cup star Jacob Schaffelberg as he relives his unforgettable experience playing the World Cup on home soil. Plus, it's time for another chapter of El Tráfico as LAFC gets ready to battle the Galaxy tonight. It's Countdown to Kickoff tonight at 6:30 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey, it's Oral Hershiser. Can you believe I have my name on a building? I can't, but I'm grateful and I'm humbled. And here in Chino at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet, we love Chino. We love the people of this neighborhood, of this community, and the surrounding community, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the same way I served you on the mound, the way I'm serving you on the microphone, and the way we follow and watch champions and championships.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means us, California IA. The Cup is down to its final matches. One trophy, one champion. DraftKings has you covered for every single one of them. The DraftKings app is now live in California, so whether you're catching that early kickoff before work or that late match at the bar, you're in on every single minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. And new DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code LA710. Don't forget that. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19. For terms, go to dkng.co/predictions promo. Good luck.
Mason and Ireland.
You know what they say? Nobody loses like
sneaky
Steve
bastard.
Mason.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it pays to be a loser, people.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
If you're a loser, it pays.
Back to the guys.
All right, Andy Kamenetsky sitting in for Mace, and we go down to New York, where not only is Ramona standing by, but so is her son, Daniel, who made this trip. You have Danny with you in New York?
Yeah.
I love
Danny,
that.
you want to say hi? Come say hi. To John Ireland.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. You having fun?
Are you having fun? Yes.
Good.
What was the best thing we did? Public library. New York Public Library.
In New
We
York.
went looking for ghosts. Yeah, we
in
went
New
looking
York for
ghosts. That was really
Ghostbusters.
fun.
That makes sense. So
Yeah.
Ramona is back there for, among other things, she went to the ESPYs. She's back there covering this Fanatics thing, which is basically
my
Momo
God.
turned into a LeBron watch. After spending a couple days there with all the Laker beat writers, with all the NBA writers, trying to figure out where LeBron's going, do you have even a sense, more than you did before you went back there, of where he might end up?
No, I think he's already decided. I think he's just going to announce it on his own terms. I really think that, we all had to show up just because, just in case he did. But it didn't totally make sense to me that he would announce it at Fanatics, because it's like, that's somebody else's event. Even though it's his podcast, I was like, yeah, but it's somebody else's event. You're not really going to do your big announcement. I think he's just going to, I don't know, if I was guessing, my friend said to me, she goes, you should just put an Instagram video of him playing golf with whichever team he's going to.
Yeah, probably. And knowing him, because he has a good sense, Andy, of like what's happening, he'll wait till after the World Cup final.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's what happens. I think he does it early, mid to early next week. When's the schedule announcement?
Middle of August.
You know that one, John?
Yeah, but he'll do.
Oh, so there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, he'll do it long before then.
Momo, what was the mood in terms of sort of the media and people around there? I know people are excited to hear from LeBron, but at the same time, this is kind of like a different version of the decision, which was much more blown up and, stretched out than necessary. And that was ultimately not received well. I'm curious how this ends up being perceived, particularly if it takes much longer, and if they are kind of, frankly, overestimating how much people are enjoying this.
Yeah, look, I was annoyed yesterday because that was really quite a scene there yesterday at Fanatics Fest. It was one of the first things, and we had to wait in this long line to get our credentials, and we almost couldn't get our in on time. And Dave was amazing, right? He figured he talked some guy into giving us the right pass, even though our credentials weren't the right credentials. I mean, it was not organized, really. We showed up and there was 5,000 people. I felt like I was at one of those concerts where, you're like, I hope I don't get trampled here. That's what that's the feel of it. And so then everybody was excited for him to either to say something, and then he kind of, it's like the radio tease, right? And when we come back, we'll tell you what,
Right.
I mean, that's what it's felt like. And then once he didn't do it on the first one, I thought maybe he would do it when that little kid asked him a question at the Mind the Game podcast. I'm like, oh, that would be cute. He could do that. That would work as an announcement. But I was a little annoyed. But then I also felt like, okay, it's really not about me. At the end of this is just me being like, the setting is not great, And I think that like he can take his own sweet time. He's not really holding up anybody else's business. Like no players are really. I mean, Draymond Green and Harden are waiting to sign contracts. Probably some minimum guys that Miami needs to fill out their roster, right? It's not like in other years when there's been a big free agent. Like I remember when Kawhi, I think he took until July 5th, and it was holding up people's business, and it actually like cost the Lakers some guys, or it cost Anthony Davis some money, right? He had to waive his trade kicker or something. He had to waive something. It cost him maybe $4 million because Kawhi waited so long. I don't think this is hurting anyone other than the schedule makers and, extending this whole thing. And what's the message to it? I don't know, just that he can make his own decision on his own time. No one's going to rush him. You ever around people who are like, don't rush me.
Yeah.
I'll do it when I'm ready.
But he doesn't have to make a presentation of it, though. That's the difference. Like, he can wait however long he wants, but he clearly wants to make this a show.
Maybe. Well, that fits the bill. We're talking to Ramona Shelburne. Momo, let me ask you about the Lakers. Are they done, in your opinion? I mean, you hear rumors about Kuminga maybe trading for P.J. Washington, maybe trying to pry Peyton Watson out of Denver, but they have 15 roster spots, and right now they're all filled. Are the Lakers done?
No. I will say no. I think the 15 roster spots, there's like 2 or 3 guys on the roster right now that I could definitely see not being on the roster. I'll say this. I still think the Lakers like Bronny James. So while we expect that LeBron will want to play with his son going forward, I don't think that's necessarily a given. Like,
I don't either.
I think there's a world in which Bronny ends up on the Lakers next year. I don't expect that, but I think they're open to that. Like when I've asked that question before, one of the issues is that he makes so little money. If you were to trade him, you have to find another player making that little of money, right? So it might not be that easy to do. And then there's the whole, like, are you going to waive him? Like there's just some nuts and bolts to it that are not a foregone conclusion, at least in my book. I don't know what's going to happen with Jared Vanderbilt. That's another one I'm kind of watching to see where he lands, or Dalton Connect. Those are like some guys that I could still see, move around a little.
I mean, they could ultimately end up moving Bronny in a deal where they just open up a roster spot and get like a second-round pick back or something like that.
Yeah,
I said yesterday,
and
Momo,
they kind of need those.
Yes.
Yeah, I said yesterday, I think they might leave it up to him.
Well,
I think they may go to Bronny and say, what do you want to do?
Well,
Do you want to?
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask Momo about. Like, just what sense do you have that LeBron wants this to be Bronny's choice as opposed to what he wants?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. I don't have a sense of it, although I've always gone with the perception that LeBron wants to play with his son. That it's kind of like, and I think Bronny likes playing with his dad to whatever extent that's, but I think it would probably be good for him in the long run to not be on his dad's team if he wants to be an NBA player beyond his dad's career.
Yep.
To kind of be on his own. Like, he's proven himself. He's certainly not afraid of proving himself, which I admire. And so I think he's, I don't know. I really could see, like, if Bronny went to his dad and said, hey, I really just want to stay in LA. I don't think LeBron stands in his way. Just knowing their relationship, right?
Yeah,
you
I don't either. Yeah, I completely agree with you. We're talking to Ramona Shelburne. Hey, by the way, the Dodgers are in town. They're playing the Yankees tonight.
I know.
Are you thinking about going?
Well, I'm supposed to fly out at 9:00 tonight, so
that kind of puts a damper on that. Yeah. All right. So
but it would be really fun, right? Dodgers and Yankees. I didn't even see that when I booked this trip.
Yeah, Ramona. I warned you about this, that I have, and I just did it in the last segment. I've come up with a Real Housewives tagline for everyone that works here, and I asked you to come up with one.
I got one
for yourself. Yeah. What did you come up with?
Okay, I might be small, and you don't always see me coming, but you do always know when I've arrived. Let me do that again. Hold on.
I don't hate that.
I know, but let me say it clean. Okay, ready? I might be small, and you don't always see me coming, but you'll always know when I've arrived.
I like
See,
that.
that is an actual Real Housewives tagline. Like that would be
Yeah.
like one of my,
That's pretty
now,
good.
Ramona, in case
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, I actually like it. But tell me if you like this one better because I have come
Okay.
up with one for you.
Oh, one for me? Okay.
Okay? Here's the one I came up with for you.
Yep.
My job takes me to almost every state, but don't wait for me because I'm going to be late.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like mine better, but that is good.
I think
That is
Momo's
good.
Momo sounds more like a Real Housewives tag.
Right.
Yeah.
Ireland sounds more like describing working with Momo.
Yeah. But at least
But it's always an adventure. I mean, I
It's
had
great.
one that I was working on, like you never know what you're going to get. But then it sounded a little too much like Forrest Gump, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like with me, like you really never know what you're going to get. I might be like 20 minutes early
That's
and order
true.
some coffee. Daniel, hey, he's telling me I'm being too noisy while he's watching YouTube videos. This is great.
That a boy,
Parenting
Daniel,
in the
give it to
21st
her.
century.
Tell
Give
her
it to her,
pipe down, Daniel.
But yeah, like I sometimes I'm going to show up and the other times I'm walking in because I'm on the phone with 7 other people and I'm like, hold on, I got to finish this
Yeah,
call.
sometimes you have a
Like,
phone
never know.
in each ear.
Yeah.
It works out that way.
Yeah.
Hey, before I let you go, I'm not a big ESPYs fan. I never have been. I think it's kind of self-promotional. This year, for whatever reason, completely worked for me. I thought the Jason Collins tribute was tremendous. I know you were close to that because you knew the Collins twins.
Yep.
I thought the guy who saved all the girls at the camp that got
Amazing,
flooded
yeah.
was incredible. And my favorite part about it was Jim Abbott. I can't get enough of Jim Abbott, but it really worked for me. You were there. What was it like?
I will tell you. Well, first, let me tell you a little behind the scenes. I arrived at 5 o'clock for my hair and makeup appointment in the middle of a pouring rain. Okay, like it was a torrential downpour when everyone walked up to the red carpet.
That's what they get for moving it to New York, Momo. That
York.
doesn't happen
And it was,
in July in L.A.
No, it was like, wait a minute. And I did not wear my dress to the place. I was like, let me take a Uber and I'll carry my dress in a garment bag. So like all of us, just picture this: everybody dressed to the nines, sequins, just really dressed up in like fancy heels, everything, and we all had to huddle under this awning, trying not to get soaked before the award show, right? Then finally it clears, but the red carpet was soaked. So every single woman that we were walking down the red carpet, it was like squishy.
You had to pick your dress up, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, that's the behind the scenes. But I thought it was one of the best ESPYs I've ever been to. I haven't been in like 8 years. I think the last one I went to, I was pregnant with Daniel, and he's 7 now.
Okay.
But I thought the ESPYs had kind of fallen off for a while because a lot of the players who we used to show up to the ESPYs, I think they decided that ESPN wasn't cool anymore. Like we're the institutional, right? They all have their own media companies now. But this year we did something really smart. We kind of have some sort of relationship or partnership or whatever. I don't know if it's a real partnership or just a discussion amongst executives with Fanatics. Okay. So the Fanatics Fest is going on here down at the Javits Center in New York, and all the athletes are in town for it. They're all here doing their podcast, doing collectible stuff. And it was the night before, so we got like a great turnout. We got a great crowd. And I think it really made it because, like when people don't show, if you're giving out awards to people who don't show up, it's not that great of a show,
it makes
right?
it less than. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hey, Momo.
So I thought it was really smart how they did that.
I forgot to ask because you have to get around New York and stuff. Are you still in the boot?
I'm not in a boot, but
Excellent.
I have to wear braces.
Oh.
So I finally got the MRI, and the MRI said that I tore 3 ligaments and had a bone bruise.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not great.
You're like Christian Pulisic.
Oh my God, yeah. It's okay. Like at least I don't need surgery. At least it'll heal in time. Blah blah blah. But I'm still walking like after a certain number of steps, I have to stop for the day. I have to take a rest.
Well,
it's really not like me in New York. New York, I want to go walk 20,000 steps.
Of
every
course,
day.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you got to take Danny, and thank you for doing this. So you're on at 9 o'clock tonight.
9 o'clock tonight. Oh, just pray for me on this flight home. He's going to be like 6 hours.
No, he's
going
to pass out. It's gonna be a piece of cake.
I don't know. I've been like mom of the year on this. I mean, look, he was up till midnight last night. I took him to see Wicked.
That a boy.
Then, yeah. Then I met a friend of mine. I said, listen, I got my kid with me, so how about we just meet at the hotel bar and like he'll just watch YouTube in the corner, and I'm like mom of the year here with my 7-year-old.
I love that.
I know. It was like, but he's had a great time, and he's had all sorts of New York pizza and all sorts of expensive ice cream. You know, they have like ice cream trucks on every corner here now.
Of course they do.
So
God bless
them.
So
it was fun.
All right. Well, safe travels. We'll see you when you get back. Thanks for doing
guys.
this. All
See you,
right.
Momo.
You're welcome.
There is Momo, Ramona Shelburne, who's going to make her way back from New York. The Dodgers, speaking of New York, the Dodgers play the Yankees tonight in New York City, and the Dodgers have had a bunch of injuries. They just came off of a big sweep. You'll be surprised, especially with the way the Dodgers have been playing lately, what Buster Olney says about the Dodgers moving forward. That's next on ESPN LA. Oh, I can talk about Jacob and Ronnie, one of my favorite guys. You know, it's Friday in LA. The traffic's brutal, and it can be a lot. Motorcycles, cars, everybody piling up. If you get into a wreck, your first call is Jacob. Matter of fact, you get into any legal situation, your first call is Jacob. 800-345-6789. That's his number. If you can count from 3 to 9, it's easy to remember. 800-345-6789. And when you use Jacob, the best part is you get a free consultation, a no-obligation case review, and here's the big thing. You pay nothing, zero, not a dime, unless he wins. How's that for peace of mind? Before the weekend gets away from you, call 800-345-6789 or visit calljacob.com. The law offices of Jacob M. Rutt.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. The question is, have you gone to ESPNLA.com yet? RSVP for Saturday, the Wild Fork Long Beach Match Day Food Fest. Just click on that at ESPNLA.com. RSVP now. It's free. What a party it's going to be Saturday in the city of Long Beach at Wild Fork Foods. Me, Sua Cravens. Oh, Sua! And Bergie. We're going to be broadcasting live at 1 p.m. Don't miss it. The Wild Fork Match Day Food Fest in Long Beach. Register now at ESPNLA.com. Click the Wild Fork logo and join us. RSVP for free.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Mason. The next best thing to being at the 2026 FIFA World Cup is watching it at Cosm. Experience every match inside the massive 87-foot LED dome in shared reality. You will feel like you're right there on the pitch with the world's biggest stars. Plus, catch all the action in the Cosm Hall with great food and drinks. FIFA World Cup tickets will not last, so book right now at cosm.com/FIFA. I will see all you guys for the World Cup at Cosm.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran, and let me tell you about the summer deals that are sizzling right now at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. How about a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $259 a month for 36 months plus tax? $259 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma? It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $49.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required on approved credit. Tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer dock fee of $80. Offer ends 7/31/2026.
In my world, you're always sorting through information, trying to find what matters most fast. Well, if you're hiring, you can now review all these resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that instantly shows you the most interested, qualified candidates first. ZipRecruiter's matching technology finds qualified candidates quickly. And with ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates show up at the top of your list. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I'm a babyface and John's a heel.
John's not a heel.
Exactly.
John's the heel.
Mr. 1%'s a heel.
He's a heel.
Well, I'm Mr. 1% and I own it.
Back to Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, Andy Kamenetsky sitting in for Mace. About 10 minutes, we're going to have Fast Track. We'll get Emily in here. We'll get Brian in here, and they'll throw a bunch of stuff at us. In the meantime, Andy, I was thinking that, the Dodgers looked awful last week. They were throwing the ball all over the place. They were making errors they don't normally make. Andy Pages dropped a ball in center field. Max Muncy threw a ball into the back of a runner. They just looked terrible.
It was the day before vacation.
Right. So I would think if you were ever going to, Bill Platschke wrote the big column, you better go trade for Tarek Skubal because you have too many holes. If you were ever going to be down on the Dodgers, it would be now, especially coming off of the heels of that 3-game sweep of the Diamondbacks. Not so much. Here's Buster Olney on the state of the Dodgers.
They're on a 101-win pace, and think about what hasn't gone well for them. Blake Snell hasn't pitched. Tyler Glasnow's on the injured list. Kyle Tucker, who they spent so much money on in the offseason, he hasn't played that well. And yet here they are, again, the team to beat. I think the best of the Dodgers is yet to come when they, again, after slow playing these injuries, get Edwin Diaz and other guys back. They're going to be a great team by the time we get to October.
That's an interesting way of looking at this. Not that the Dodgers have had all these injuries and they just got swept by the Diamondbacks, but that they have the best record in baseball, Andy, and half the team's hurt.
I don't consider it an interesting way of looking at it. I consider it the only way to look at it. Like, think about what they've accomplished, and assuming those guys that have been shelved eventually come back and look remotely like themselves, yeah, I think Buster's right. The best is yet to come.
And they play tonight. Actually, it'll be this afternoon. It's a 4 o'clock start. All 3 of these games are televised nationally. It's on the MLB Network tonight. Tomorrow it's the Fox game, and Sunday night I think NBC has it.
Yeah.
But so you'll be able to watch these games on national TV, and I wish the Dodgers were pitching more than just one top of the lineup, top of the rotation starter. They're pitching Sasaki tonight, Emmett Sheehan tomorrow night, and then we get Yamamoto on Sunday.
Well, I mean, look, I think it's a really good opportunity for guys like Sasaki and Sheehan to, like, show what they're made of in this type of a setting, because you never know what's going to be needed from them in October and, like, the situations that arise. Like, who would have thought that Will Klein would have been a pivotal character in last year's World Series? But he had his one shot, and he was huge. I didn't even know who he was, really, till that point.
Yeah, and so the national...
I think his teammates didn't know who he was.
Yeah, there's
Who's the dude with the beard pitching?
All right, what comes first, family or fantasy football?
Fantasy football. I mean, family. Family, definitely family.
Unless you're in the Flacco family, Joe Flacco, all right? So Brian brought up the Netflix series Quarterback the other day, and Flacco is one of the quarterbacks being featured, and the season just dropped the other day. So Flacco has an 11-year-old son, Frank, and Frank and his mom were mic'd up in the stands at a game in which Joe was the starting quarterback. And listen carefully here to the conversation between Frank, 11-year-old Frank, and his mom.
If Dad goes off, I'm going to crash out.
What do you mean?
Because I benched him.
I hope he goes off.
He benched benched his own father in fantasy football.
Look, I am 100% on Team Frank with this. And, look, respect to Joe Flacco. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's had a really nice career.
It's your dad, man.
He may have had Matthew Stafford as his starting quarterback.
Last season, Joe Flacco, I looked this up because I knew it was coming up. 24th in passing yards, 25th in TDs, 33rd in ESPN quarterback ranking, 35
There's only 32 teams. He was 33rd.
35 total rushing yards. Like, I would be honestly more surprised if you are starting Joe Flacco.
I will say, I started Flacco in a couple weeks last year in my fantasy. He got about 30 points a week for the quick stretch of when he got traded to the Bengals. Those first 2 or 3 weeks. It was great.
You got to have a pretty deep league to even be starting Joe Flacco in the first place, or double
be
quarterback.
Be in a terrible position.
Like Team Frank here. He made. If he's playing the odds, I think Flacco's son made the right call.
To me, it's your dad, man. You can't bench your own dad.
But you're teaching your son to lose.
How do you know?
I'll tell you right now, if I was Joe Flacco and that was my kid, I'd be like, you better take me out of your lineup. If I see your other options, you're in this thing to win the league.
You're benching Josh Allen? Yeah, put Josh Allen as your starting quarterback instead of me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, one more thing before we get to Fast Track. I brought this up the other day, that if LeBron does go to the Warriors, they're going to get all of our national TV games. And one guy that understands that is Rich Paul. Here's Rich.
The NBA will have to give them 60 nationally televised games.
You think they get 60?
I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but
how many?
At least half.
40 nationally televised games,
if not more.
I would say 40 sounds realistic.
Because I think Steph by himself, not by himself, but with Steph, Clay, and Dre, and then when it was the LeBron, Kyrie, K-Love, that team, I think between those two teams, they might have had 30 each.
They had 34
nationally televised games. I could be wrong, but we should look it up.
Yeah, a big year is more than 30 is monstrous. But if LeBron did go there, so one team would have Steph, Draymond, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, Yaxel, this rookie from Michigan. I would watch. I mean, they're either going to be a spectacular success or a crash and burn failure, but it's kind of must-see TV, isn't it?
It would become must-see TV. I mean, Jimmy Butler, I don't know when he's going to be available, so I don't think he's a particularly big draw with this. But, yeah LeBron and Steph, that's low-hanging fruit if you're one of the people creating these schedules. They had 34 last year. The Lakers also had 34 last year. Thunder and the Knicks, those were the clubhouse leaders.
What I'm worried about is if LeBron goes to Golden State, don't you think I pretty much pencil in I'm going to be in San Francisco for Christmas?
Decent shot.
Yeah.
Decent shot.
Because they're gonna put that team on national TV so much that they'll probably give them the home game. And since we only have one superstar, they'll make us be the road team.
I think the more interesting way of doing it is having LeBron come back for the first time on Christmas.
Well, they could do that, or bring LeBron back for opening night. Have the Warriors if he goes there. Have him open the season at the Lakers.
Nah, you don't want to fire that bullet that early.
Well, they do all the time. I guarantee you the Lakers will have a big opponent on opening night.
They'll have a big opponent. I'm saying I would not fire that bullet of LeBron's return to the Lakers in Game 1. You got to milk that a little more.
Well, Game 1 for somebody is going to be huge.
Yes.
All right, coming up next, Fast Track. Emily's got stuff for us. Brian's got stuff for us. We'll tackle it all next. ESPN LA.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Man, you're sweating again, huh?
A little bit.
Is this the thing again?
It might be you. Every time you walk in, I start sweating.
No, is this the thing that
That's
last
what it is. I don't know why. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you may meet a friend of mine that I work out with tomorrow.
I'm a little...
yeah, my wrestler buddy may come up.
All right.
I want to bring him in to meet you.
You want me to wear a cup?
No, you'll be all right. You'll be all right, I think.
Why is that the first area you thought about going for?
Well, he's got a reach down there. I want to be prepared.
Yeah. His name is The Epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he like booger sugar?
No. He may show up tomorrow. We're still kicking it around. If you, I'm a little nervous about it.
All right.
Yeah, you and him in the same room.
I'm not worried. Even if he attacks me, it's okay.
No, he's not going to attack you.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and live on YouTube.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Lease a brand new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium CVT for just $247 a month plus tax for 36 months.
One at this payment. TY 526332. MSRP 37,275. 3778 due at signing.
You gotta check out Subaru of Glendale. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net.
10,000 miles a year. Model code TDD-11. Subaru Motors Finance lease rates extended to well-qualified buyers with above average credit. Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers may qualify. Security deposit required.
Oye, injured in a crash? A slip and fall? Don't settle small, you've gotta make the call. He does the heavy lifting, he handles the fight. Big Tony steps in and makes it alright. No baloney, call Big Tony. He fights, he delivers, your victory is waiting. No fee till we win. He gets the compensating. No baloney, call Big Tony. 866-456-8669. BigTonyLaw.com.
Attorney advertising prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Tony is attorney Tony Ward, primary office in Los Angeles, California.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 11 locations or order online for same-day delivery. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat, wild prices.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand-rubbed lacquer with a blue plain manifold, full race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, Em.
So I was listening to Part of My Take this morning, and their two guests today, a great episode, was Charles Barkley and Austin Reeves. And they were talking to him while they were up in Lake Tahoe for that golf tournament they do every year. And so Reeves talked about a bunch of things, talked about his new role with the team, but he got to a point where the host, Big Cat, talked about how he knew J.J. Redick, used to golf with J.J. Redick, and would give him some crap from here occasionally. Then Reeves revealed a way to get into JJ's head while golfing, and I was surprised by it. So this is Austin talking about JJ.
He's terrified of his shadow.
What?
So if he has a shadow that's like, if the sun's back here and like he's aiming this way and the shadow's like over the ball or right behind him, just mention it and his brain will start spinning.
What is it, a groundhog? What do you mean he's terrified of his shadow? What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's gonna hate me for saying this too. But yeah, no, he come to me one day last season. And he was like, I've overcome it. And I was like, what are you talking? He was like, my shadow problem. And so we went and played at Bel Air the next week, and there was a shadow in his way, and he actually hit a good shot. And I was like, maybe he did. And then he came back the next day, and he was like, nah, it's still there.
That's so funny.
Having your own shadow in your head is terrible. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, I guess it's something about, seeing himself when he swings, seeing the movement and stuff. I guess he just overthinks it.
So do you, John, you're a golfer, do you understand how somebody could be afraid of his own shadow?
No. And I'm surprised JJ is, because JJ is a good athlete. I think Austin's just giving him a hard time. And Austin, by the way, Andy, is a spectacular golfer. I've played with him a bunch. He flirts with birdie on every hole.
Here's why I think he actually is telling the truth and why I get it for JJ specifically. JJ is a very exacting, very deep thinker. And remember, he got by in the NBA in part because he had perfect shooting form. Like, his shooting form was perfect. Right. I imagine it is distracting if he sees the shadow, because if anything looks imperfect, it'll bother him mid-swing.
I'll say this, Em. I golf with people that any type of a distraction rattles them. If somebody yells for the cart girl on the other side of the course, if somebody sneezes, it just completely gets them off track. I realized a long time ago I'm never going to be a professional golfer. So I don't and I'm going to have bad shots every round. So I try not to let anything distract. I play music when I play. I'm telling jokes. I'm trying to get my friends to miss putts. I'm more of a casual golfer in that way. But there are some guys that get rattled with any type of distraction, including their shadow.
He also said that, that one ESPN commercial back when JJ was working for ESPN, where he has like that whiteboard and he's like, I think I got it. I think I unlocked it. And he is like, chugging coffee and has a whiteboard. Austin Reeves was like, that is JJ to a T as a coach. And I was like, okay, as long as that he stays healthy in his mind, I'm okay with that.
Well, remember too, Andy, that this is going to be JJ's biggest challenge. It's his third year as a head coach in the NBA. But LeBron makes up for a lot of coaching faux pas, for lack of a better word. And so now he's going to have Luka, he's going to have Austin, he's going to have Kessler, but that's not like having LeBron, who gets a lot of calls, who, can take over games at the end, even if you don't have a play that's working. So this is a real test.
Yeah. Well, he's a basketball sicko, by his own words, so I guarantee he's in the lab.
And wasn't it like in Peter Pan, who's afraid of their shadow? Isn't it Wendy who's afraid of her shadow?
Don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but that's highly possible. BC, what do you got?
Fast track.
We just had the Home Run Derby, MLB's Home Run Derby on Netflix. There was a story that came out today that the bidding rights for the World Series is going to come up, and Fox, ESPN, expected to be in those bidding wars. But it's being reported that Netflix is apparently supposed to have the highest bid for the World Series. And it kind of got me thinking, that's one thing I like. The Super Bowl, the World Series, they're always on, Fox, basic cable.
Broadcast TV, yeah.
How long do you think until we get the World Series or Super Bowl or NBA Finals streamed? Or were those things, always will be broadcast TV?
No. I think, and Andy, we are very, what was that stat I had the other day? 48% of the TV we consume as a general public is streaming. I think that most major sporting events, including Wimbledon, Indy 500, Super Bowl, NBA Finals, all be in streaming within 10 years, maybe sooner.
It wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, broadcast TV is just becoming more and more of a relic. And, while BC's younger than you and me, generally the audience that clings to the broadcast world, they are aging out and dying, not to sound indelicate about it. But, the audience that you are looking to grab is much more inclined to look towards streaming for everything.
And I'm not so sure that, people say, well, you got to pay for it. Chances are you got to pay for it now. Very few people still have rabbit ears. You're doing something to pay for your television.
Prime went about this in a brilliant way because they created a service that everybody wants with the delivery and everything that everyone orders from Amazon. And then Prime becomes part of it. It becomes as much a lifestyle brand as it is content.
All right, well, we got a minute here. The most I've ever lost it on the air is when Luka got thrown out of that game in Oklahoma City.
I don't care.
Yeah, that. I don't care. So that was me coming out of my shoes. If you think I come out of my shoes, I want you to listen to the Argentinian radio call. We played Andor's Cancer's TV call the other day, We found the radio call of the Argentina goal against England. It's in Spanish, but it doesn't matter. You'll be able to tell exactly what happened. Some people would call this unprofessional. I think it is fantastic. Here it is.
Por eso otra cosa, viene Messi. Banea Messi. Va Messi, mete el centro. Termina hasta que termina, nunca hay que dejar de creer. Argentina 2, Argentina 2, Inglaterra 1, Lautaro viejo hermano. Argentina en mi corazón estamos juntos, siempre juntos. Argentina 2-1, 47 minutos, Juan Pablo. Vamos Argentina todavía, no se puede tener tanto culo. No es Argentina 2-1.
How did he get to that gear?
You got to understand too, like across the world, soccer is religion for these countries and their fan bases. Like, we are, as an American sports culture, very buttoned down.
Right.
For the most part. And we don't treat it the same way these other countries do with their sports, particularly soccer. Like, look at Norway. There was like a full-on, I don't know if it's city or whatever you call it, parade for those guys when they get to the quarterfinals.
Right.
But just like the excitement of the country being represented the way they did, Holland becoming this celebrity, like it was a massive, massive deal. They didn't even win.
Right. And only one team is going to win. But I thought, for a World Cup, you're on the other side of the world. Your fans are living and dying with every call. I thought,
great.
The only thing that was missing from that call, seriously, the only thing. He did a gypsy do. But that's it. That's it.
What does Spanish for dipsy do?
Yeah, I don't know. We have to ask
There's one
Laura.
wrinkle to Sunday's game for the final.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have seen these photos of the wildfire smoke in New York City, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the air quality. The Phillies played the Mets last night, and they said the air quality for that game was terrible.
Yeah, it's
going to be that way again for the Dodgers tonight, I think.
If you see the photos, it's even worse. I know here in LA we've experienced a lot of these wildfires over the course of history here, but it's going to be bad. Like, I do think it's going to be bad enough that they move it. They can't.
They can't move the World Cup final, no.
According to the AI overview, and I cannot promise that this is accurate, but the Spanish for dipsy do is do dipsy.
No way.
That's according to the AI overview.
He did a dipsy do.
That sounds fake.
It's do dipsy.
I'm working in do dipsy to a game this year. I swear to God. I'm working in do dipsy to a game this year.
A do Thiero, a do dipsy.
Ooh,
yeah.
It's a starting point.
That would...
I'll talk to my jingler.
All right, coming up next, more Fast Track with Emily and Brian. By the way, Emily's game today, she's claiming I have little or no shot. That's coming up in about half an hour. I accept your challenge, Emily Hebel. I think I'll figure out. Brian's going for the double. He got he got the icebreakers earlier.
And I would
today.
say, if I'm going to set odds, I think we're about odds on favorite is Andy right now, maybe minus 100, minus 200,
okay.
Right there. Brian, I think, would be plus 110.
Good odds.
So good odds
I'd
to
take
get a
that.
double up. And John, you're not far behind. I have you at plus 250.
I don't care. All right, more Fast Track coming up next. ESPN LA.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next. Hey, it's Chris Morales. The question is, have you gone to ESPNLA.com yet? RSVP for Saturday, the Wild Fork Long Beach Match Day Food Fest. Just click on that. at ESPNLA.com. RSVP now. It's free. What a party it's going to be Saturday in the city of Long Beach at Wild Fork Foods. Me, Sua Cravens, Sua, and Bergie. We're going to be broadcasting live at 1 p.m. Don't miss it. The Wild Fork Match Day Food Fest in Long Beach. Register now at ESPNLA.com. Click the Wild Fork logo and join us. RSVP for free.
You know, we talk a lot about winning culture in sports, but Mike, you've built that same thing here at Rotolo Chevrolet.
That's exactly right, Travis. For me, it's simple. Take care of your people and they'll take care of the customer.
And it shows. I mean, award-winning dealership, huge reputation across SoCal, and that doesn't happen by accident.
I'm a big believer in no shortcuts. We believe in doing the right thing every time. When your team feels trusted, they step up.
Sounds like a championship mindset to me.
That's the goal. Build a team that wins for our customers every single day.
Getting pulled over for a DUI can be life-altering. Un momento, you're driving to your casa. Next thing you know, un grande problema. Right, Angelica?
Sí, Cappy, and the clock is ticking with solamente 10 días to respond.
10 days is not a lot.
Cappy, the Fix My DUI program helps people move forward after a DUI with support and guidance every step of the way.
If this happens to one of our listeners or someone that they know, what should they do?
No espere y háblanos hoy or visit fixmydui.org.
That's fixmydui.org.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means us, California IA. The Cup is down to its final matches. One trophy, one champion. DraftKings has you covered for every single one of them. The DraftKings app is now live in California, so whether you're catching that early kickoff before work or that late match at the bar, you're in on every single minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. And new DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code LA710. Don't forget that. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19. For terms, go to dkng.co/predictions promo. Good luck.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, zoom, Emily.
Before we get to my fast track, I want to point out a tweet from a friend of the show, Katie Wu. She says that Dave Roberts clarifies Shohei Ohtani received a lubricating shot for his knee over the break, not a draining procedure, and said the, quote, expectation is Ohtani takes a pitching start on Wednesday versus Philadelphia. So that sounds better than the draining procedure. Draining procedure makes it sound like it's a bigger deal than it is. So hopefully Ohtani has no issues the rest of the season. All right, here's my fast track. So it's funny to me that this happens every time there's a World Cup. And I just don't get it. So there was a third place game that's going to happen between France and England. This is the second time in 3 World Cups that England will be playing in the consolation final, which is in its own right a terrible thing to know. I don't know why they do
this game.
And then Mbappe does have a chance. There's something at play for Mbappe. He is tied right now for Messi for the Golden Boot, for the most goals scored in the World Cup. So if he can ring up a couple goals, he could win the Golden Boot, because who knows if Messi how many he will score in the World Cup final. So Mbappe could technically win the Golden Boot, depending on how he does. So if it was up to you, if you were the manager of both either France or England, would you pull a Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame and say, we're not playing, this game doesn't matter, we don't want to go?
I think I might, Andy. I don't think these third-place games make any sense. You just lost the biggest game of your life. Nobody cares who finishes third at the World Cup. It's a money grab. I might do what Sean McVay does with the preseason and the Rams and just say, you play if you want, but everybody's sitting.
I mean, if my players want to play, I'm going to let them play.
Yeah, just leave it up to them.
I mean, and I would say this. It is probably in the best interest of the sport, particularly with the momentum this World Cup seems to have created, to have these guys play. Because if you end up with a really good match, you can argue that it doesn't mean anything, but it still could be really entertaining. And if people remember it, it's good for the game.
But here's one thing to think about, Emily. Everybody's going to be watching this final, and all eyes are going to be, on this game, this third place game. I don't think anybody cares. I think it's just such a blatant money grab. Do you think the fans of France and England care?
Well, there's probably Emily, you'd know this better
than me.
It's a good
game if they play all their starters.
If there is any type of rivalry or beef between England and France, historically with soccer, and I genuinely don't know the answer.
Yes, because they face the Euros often. I mean,
because I was going to say,
but it's not like it's super heated. At least mine.
If there's any type of history between these teams, then there still could be some juice. Like if the Lakers and Celtics, for example, played in the third place version of whatever this would be, you'd still have some Laker fans who care and some Celtics fans who care.
Maybe. I think if I would have lost to knock myself out of the finals, I'm probably out.
I mean, I see Laker and Celtics fans get ginned up over a January game when neither one, in years where neither team has been good.
Fair enough.
Is it different to you than a bronze medal match?
Well, there is no bronze medal. That's the difference.
So, getting the bronze medal, getting that thing that we impose meaning on, that changes it for you. Because in the end of the day, this is like winning a bronze medal. I'm sure they'll get some sort of plaque. They do get a different amount of money from FIFA.
Pick up your commemorative "I won the consolation game" T-shirt on your way out.
Well, there are plenty of teams out there that get that play in the bronze medal game and don't love it either, and they don't care about the stuffed animal they get from winning it.
Look, here's my thing too. Like, and this is something that's come for me after spending so many years covering sports. I've just come to appreciate and recognize how hard this stuff is.
Yeah.
And like getting to the third place in the World Cup, I realize, it's third place. It's not the title, yada, yada, yada. That's really hard. Like, that's really hard to do.
But does anyone care? I don't disagree with you that it's hard.
I think they should. I'll say this. Like, as far as treating it as an actual achievement, you should.
Right, here's the test. You going to watch?
I'm not a soccer guy.
Brian, you going to watch?
I'll watch. Argentina's brought me this far.
No. Are you going to watch the third place game?
Oh, no.
Em?
No.
I love soccer, and I'm probably not going to watch.
I'm not going to watch either, and I've been hooked on the World Cup. So I just don't think there's a demand for it. But I could be wrong. Brian, what's up? What you got?
One game I will be watching is the Argentina-Spain game.
I figured you might. Yeah.
And it was announced today FIFA will be doing something first time in the competition's history. The winners will be getting championship rings, like we get in the NBA, MLB.
Sure.
They're making 2,026 rings, 2026. So 30 for the team, and the rest, about 2,000, will be on sale for fans to kind of auction off. Is the ring culture, this whole ring championship rings, is that an American thing? Is that why we're doing it here in the USA?
Maybe it's not, Andy, if they're moving it to World Cup.
Well, I mean, we like to be the 800-pound gorilla of the world, so if we're doing rings, everyone else eventually may feel like they have to do rings.
And again, I'm not a big ring guy. I have one, but I think the ring should be reserved for players. If you make 2,026 of them, you're going to have a bunch of people walking around that just basically have money and decided to pay for them.
Well, if that's an option for Infante, I promise you all those rings are going to be available.
Right, and probably hiked way up in price. I have nothing against the players getting rings. I would have just made 50 instead of 2,026. Just for the staff and the immediate players on the team. All right, let me ask you this. I was just checking out the YouTube chat, Andy, and when we were talking about the Lakers earlier, this is from a guy named Peter Acevedo. I think
he's a regular.
Tweets a lot.
Yeah.
Or contributes a lot. I call BS Ireland. Ireland pisses me off. He acts like the Lakers were crap before Bron arrived. Get the F out of here with that take. Okay. Here's the facts. The Lakers had 5 consecutive losing seasons before LeBron arrived, and his first season here, they had a losing season. I can ignore that stuff if you guys want me to. I can just say those 6 years don't count. That and the Lakers can rest on their very strong laurels. They have the greatest alumni in the history of sports. But is that what Laker fans want? Do they want us to just ignore 6 straight years of losing and pretend it never happened?
Okay. Here's the case I would make on behalf of Peter Acevedo, what he might be getting at. Because I agree with you. You're not going to ignore 6 years of losing altogether.
I mean, if his point is that the Laker brand is bigger than any one player, I agree with him. But I don't think that's his point. His point is he stuck his head in the sand for 6 years, and when LeBron came here, he's completely unappreciative of what he did.
Well, but here's what I would say. The context of some of those losing seasons you can't overlook, too. A few of those were Kobe post-Achilles.
Right.
And they were in a weird place where I don't think any big star was going to join the team, and you have this weird dynamic where it's Kobe's team, but you're better than Kobe at this point, like considerably better. So you start getting into a weird place. So that's 3 years off the bat where they weren't going to get better until essentially Kobe retired.
Okay.
Then you have a couple years post-Kobe that they actually were moving in a good direction. Like the last year pre-LeBron,
Lonzo, Ingram,
Randall,
Kuzma, yeah.
They like doubled their win total from the first year of those guys from the second year. Like they were moving in a good direction. And then I think this is the part that bothers a lot of Laker fans. They undeniably got better when LeBron got here. And LeBron getting here was a big deal. And it's something I do think Laker fans should be thankful for, that he arrived.
Do you think they are?
Some are, some aren't. But here's the part that I think Laker fans butt up against, and I think they're 100% right. There is this narrative that I think is maybe unsaid in their minds that had LeBron not shown up, nobody else was going to. And I think that's absolute BS.
Well, or they argue that if you would have
really
let the kids develop, they would have turned into something.
Either or, but just the idea that nobody was going to show up to the Lakers between 2018 and 2026, I find that impossible to believe.
But look at the Chicago Bulls, though. I feel like the Chicago Bulls are this storied franchise, especially in the 90s. But for a long time.
But that's the only decade they've ever been storied, though.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're just a team that's in freezing cold weather.
But you can't get somebody to go. You can't get a free agent to go to the Chicago Bulls and be, I'm the savior of the Chicago Bulls.
But then you could. You definitely could. I just feel like I don't want to sound like all Lakers exceptionally, or like I don't think they automatically get their guy. Like I think that's actually overblown. I just feel like the idea that nobody was going to show up for like 8 or 9 years. Like Anthony Davis might have forced his way here with or without LeBron. He wanted to get out of New Orleans. Like I think that's the part of it that bugs a lot of Laker fans. Like the idea that the organization was going to be permanently lost without LeBron. He did do a lot to lift them up. And I think if you don't acknowledge that, you're living in denial. But I think it feels like nobody was going to come if LeBron didn't. Like, come on.
All right, coming up next, what would you do if money was no object? If you just had tons of FU money, what would you buy? Shaq has bought something that is either extremely cool or a ridiculous waste of money. We'll throw it at you next. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
The second half of the MLS season is here, and it starts with the biggest rivalry in the league.
Expect the unexpected, throw the records out, whatever you want to talk about with this match, it fits.
Tonight, LAFC heads to Carson to battle the Galaxy in another battle for LA.
LA, baby. It is Los Angeles, and it is black and gold.
The summer of soccer stays right here on 710 ESPN.
What a match this has always been since day one.
LAFC versus Galaxy. Pregame starts tonight at 7 p.m.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event pre-sale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla, too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Celebrate Summer of Soccer with ESPN LA this Sunday, July 19th at noon at Rockin' Brews in Buena Park. Join Greg Bergman and the Milagro Margarita Mobile for championship soccer, refreshing Milagro margaritas, and all the excitement of the Summer of Soccer. Crafted by 100% Blue Weber Agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Milagro Tequila is perfect for game day gatherings and summer celebrations. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly. See you there.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Show on the radio, and it's all I listen to all day, and every day I can't wait to listen to you guys.
That is so nice. So nice, you man.
Mason and Ireland.
These guys are a whole bunch of fools.
Back to the guys.
All right, today it's Andy Kamenetsky in Ireland, and Game of Games coming up in 15 minutes. It's Emily's game. Our friend Katie Wu just provided an update on the Dodgers. I'm telling you, Andy, I don't think people are making a big enough deal out of this. I think I'm the only one ringing this bell. Will Smith will be fully shut down for a week before ramping back up to baseball activity. Mid-August looks like the earliest possible return, per Dave Roberts. Edwin Diaz will throw tonight and Sunday for Ontario. He needs a back-to-back before they reactivate him, so it sounds like he's getting close. But this is why I wouldn't trade Dalton Rushing. Will Smith's been out for 2-3 months now.
Yeah.
And according to Katie, who's never misleads,
she's great.
He's out at least another month. I don't know if he's coming back.
Well, here's the thing with Will Smith, and I genuinely don't know the answer either, but how much differently they would handle this if they needed him back. Like, there is absolutely zero reason not to exercise 110% caution because they've got the best record in baseball. Like, they don't need him back right now. They miss him, but they don't need him. Big difference.
Yeah, but I just wonder, when a guy's been out for 3 months,
yeah,
and everybody says, well, he'll be fine, he'll be back. It's his neck.
Oh, I'm not saying he's going to be fine. I'm just saying if he's going to be back, I understand why they're being so cautious. I am concerned. I get why they would not rush him back at all.
Okay. So what would you guys buy if money was no object? All right. If you're Shaquille O'Neal, you would buy a 1964 Chevy Impala that somebody turned into a boat. So it rides on the water like a boat and it looks like a car. Now, what's interesting, Andy, is when Lisa and I, as you know, because I've told you a bunch, that Lisa and I just got back from Italy and our son is obsessed with cars. So this is in Italy. I took this picture. So that's what this is.
Yeah.
It's a car that looks like a boat.
Picture a paddle boat version of a car. That's kind of what it looks like.
Is this cool or incredibly stupid and a huge waste of money, or all three?
I was going to say, why do I have to choose? I think it's actually both. It is insanely stupid and kind of cool.
Brian, cool? or a huge waste of money and stupid?
If you have the money, this is incredibly cool.
You like a car that rides on the water like it's a boat?
Oh, yeah. I've seen
Em,
some of
how
these
about
kind
you?
of things. Amazing.
I think it looks ugly.
It does
And
look
dumb.
ugly, but that doesn't mean it's
It'd be
not
fun.
cool.
I think it's not cool.
Well, if you see Shaq out on the water, chances are he'll be driving what he calls his Impala boat. All right. Here's one for you, Brian and Emily. Buster Posey, who now runs the San Francisco Giants, was doing an interview on their flagship station, I think it's KNBR, when one of the producers, not knowing that his mic was hot, so this would be the equivalent of Emily or Brian talking into a microphone thinking they're not on the air, said loud, "Posey sucks." Posey heard it, so did the hosts, but now the interview has been deleted from all social media. Em, is that an innocent mistake, or is this producer in trouble?
I think he should. It's an innocent I think he didn't mean for it to be said.
Right.
But I can understand. I don't think someone should lose their
If
job over this.
If you did it, what would Bergman's response
Like if
be?
I did it and if we were on the phone with Kevin Demoff,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't say this because it's not true, but if I said Kevin Demoff sucks, which it isn't true,
You have qualified.
I think I'd have a conversation with Morales and Greg about it, but I don't think it would end my career.
Brian, if you, while we were interviewing J.J. Redick or
Rob
Sean
Pelinka.
McVay or Rob Pelinka, and you came on and said, Sean McVay sucks, would you be worried about the repercussions, or do you just forget it?
And by the way, Brian, you get the opportunity to maybe have this happen when you're going to produce on the 26th.
I think it depends on who it is. So I think Sean McVay would take it in a lighthearted way, you know?
Yeah.
But
wait, McVay's, he heard Brian say he sucks, and he said this.
It almost sickens me to even think about that.
But do you guys both think? I actually do think you get away with it. I don't think it's a fireable offense.
It's definitely not great, especially if like there's already a testy relationship maybe between that station and the Giants or something like that. Like there are ways in which it's not awesome.
Aren't they radio partners? Did
Yeah.
you say? Yeah.
It's their flagship. It'd be the equivalent of us doing a Lakers, a Ram, or a USC guest, and then insulting them live on the air.
Yes.
Andy, do you think this producer is fine today? Apology takes care of this, or is he in trouble?
It better be a good apology. I mean, like, you put it this way, like, you know, we are the Lakers flagship station, but like J.J. Redick for us would be a very good get. Like
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka would be a very good get.
And they don't do a lot of other
Right.
stations.
If Emily or Brian was on a hot mic and said either Redick sucks or Pelinka sucks, I'm not saying they would or should get fired. It is definitely a talking to, and it better be a very good apology. Like it's necessary.
All right, let me hit you guys with one more thing, and then we'll get to Game of Games. We are now almost to the day, 2 years away from the opening ceremonies of the LA Olympics, but we still don't know if Major League Baseball players will be a part of those. Baseball will be part of the games, but MLB players and the league office are arguing over whether or not to stop the season for 3 weeks to allow big leaguers to play. Both sides are negotiating. The league, I think this is a reach, wants a guarantee that the best players will commit to this, and they're talking about punishment, like taking away service time from players who are selected for the team and then beg off. The players want to assure that they'll have enough tickets for their families, solid accommodations, stuff like that.
Wait, like service? How would this work for service time? Explain.
If baseball shuts down the season for 3 weeks,
right,
and you are selected to play in the All-Star game to represent the United States, and you say, no, thanks, I'd rather take 3 weeks off, they're going to say, then we're taking it off of your service time.
That's going to be a massive union fight.
Right.
And it should be.
Right.
You should not be obligated to do this.
Well, here's my question to all three of you. Do you guys care whether or not the Major League Baseball players play in the Olympics? I think it would be cool, but we've won a gold medal before. Tommy Lasorda led a bunch of ragtag guys to a gold medal, and I'm not so sure I want to shut down the baseball season for 3 weeks.
I don't particularly care. I mean,
do you care if Major League Baseball players are in the LA Olympics?
I would prefer it. I prefer it to be like the Winter Olympics with hockey, where you get to see all the best players playing in these games as opposed to college games.
Well, you think how fun the World Baseball Classic is.
Well,
and like just Japan's team alone would be incredible.
That's actually, though, why I think Emily's right that it would be cool. The reason, though, that I don't necessarily care is we see it already in the World Baseball Classic, but also Major League Baseball, which is the highest level of baseball in the world, is already so international, and we see these guys competing against each other so much as it is. It just doesn't feel necessarily that unique or like something that I gotta see, because otherwise I don't get an idea of what it is.
BC, do you care whether or not major league players play in the LA Olympics?
I will say if they weren't in the Olympics, I probably wouldn't watch as much baseball. But
That's
if
a good
they're
point.
there, I'm watching for sure.
Okay, here's something else to keep an eye on as we roll into Game of Games. Bryson DeChambeau has overachieved at the British Open and then some. He's playing great. But he was assessed a 2-stroke penalty today following his second round for allegedly improving his lie in the tall grass before his second shot on the 5th hole. He had moved into solo second at 7 under, 1 shot behind the leader, after carding a 4 under 66. But he was penalized 2 strokes for inadvertently improving the area of his intended swing. So the intended backswing on the 5th hole when he was playing a second shot. In other words, picture yourself, Andy, standing over a golf ball. Mm-hmm. I am not allowed to, if my backswing is going into the bushes, I'm not allowed to take those bushes and part them, move them, I can't improve my swing path to hit that shot. And apparently, what they said in a statement is, an improvement means to alter one or more of the conditions affecting the stroke so that the player gains a potential advantage for the stroke. That applies even when the action is accidental, as it was in Bryson's case. So what I gather is he took a couple practice swings to see if he could hit the ball. And when he did, it altered the bushes. Okay, so picture a rake going through bushes, and so I'm practicing, practice swing, I move the bushes, practice swing, I move the bushes again. Third swing, I hit the ball, and he hit a really good shot. They came over to him and said, "You can't do that. You can't do 2 practice swings." He said, "Look, I never touched the ball. I never moved it. I never improved my lie. I did what I do before every shot. I took 2 practice swings." Did DeChambeau get screwed here?
Well, did he, during the practice swings, did he move the bushes or move anything?
Yes.
Then I would say it is letter of the law that he should have been penalized. Like, am I looking to him to be penalized? No, but letter of the law, he probably did break the rules.
And he says apparently he is so mad that he is contemplating not playing the rest of the tournament. In other words, to make a point of, you can't do this to us. We're grinding out here. Would you think less of him if he withdrew?
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah. I mean, play through it, man. Don't
And
hit
you could
there.
still win.
How about this? Don't hit your ball there.
Instead of being 1 shot back, you're 3 shots back.
Sounds like a whiny baby to me.
Yes, very much so.
So after the penalty, his score on number 5 was he got a bogey on that hole. A 5 was changed to a 7.
Okay.
Which is a triple bogey. I think he's going to play.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't.
It's a bad look if he drops out over that one ruling.
Okay, coming up next, Game of Games. It's Emily's game. She's giving me no shot. She's favored Andy and Brian. Do we know who the 4th is?
DeAndre.
Okay, D-Hawk's going to come in. So Emily's game next, our last game of the week. Mason and Ireland. Game of Games next, ESPN LA.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Tonight on Countdown to Kickoff, presented by BMO, I sit down one-on-one with LAFC winger and Canadian World Cup star Jacob Schaffelberg as he relives his unforgettable experience playing the World Cup on home soil. Plus, it's time for another chapter of El Tráfico as LAFC gets ready to battle the Galaxy tonight. It's Countdown to Kickoff tonight at 6:30 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
When it's time for your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. It's Chris Morales telling you to go see John Good at George Chevrolet. With straightforward pricing, real savings, a great selection, and award-winning service, George Chevrolet is committed to earning your business by saving you money. Whether you're a first-time buyer, rebuilding your credit, or ready to upgrade, their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by nonstop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob. CallJacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. Andy Kamenetsky filling in for him, and we welcome to the show a battle-scarred DeAndre Hawkins, who caught an elbow in a pickup game. And do you go toe-to-toe with Dennis Rodman over there? Or what?
I pretty much did. Yes. I mean, the amount of stuff that happened. Yeah, it was long 24 hours.
Ice, my friend. Yes. Ice is your friend. All right, 4 players: BC, Andy Kamenetsky, me, and DeAndre. Emily Hebel's game. Em, what do we got today?
Today's game is all things Odyssey in honor of Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. It came out yesterday, but you can see it all weekend if you can find a ticket. It is very hard to find a ticket these days. And there's an interesting wrinkle to this month so far. We are on July 17th, and we did not have a repeat winner this month.
Wow.
We have Brian, Emily, Jacob, Mason, Lance, Madeline, Pepe, Frankie, Geeter, Travis, Funch, and Andy, all with one win.
Wow. I don't even have one.
You don't even have one win.
All right, today's my lucky day. Let's go.
Here we go. Number 1. Who is Christopher Nolan's most frequent acting collaborator? Who has been in the most Christopher Nolan movies? Is it Christian Bale, Michael Caine, or Cillian Murphy?
BC.
Christian Bale.
Andy.
Michael Caine.
I'll go, who was the third one?
Cillian Murphy.
I'll go Cillian Murphy. DeAndre?
I'll go Michael Caine, yeah.
And you're glad you did. It is Michael Caine. He has been in 8 Christopher Nolan movies. Christian Bale has been in 4, and Cillian Murphy has been in 6. All right.
Ooh,
Number
not that
2.
far off. Okay.
Christopher Nolan is the first British director to have a film make $1 billion at the box office with The Dark Knight. So this is a true or false statement now. That is his only movie to gross over $1 billion. Is that true or false?
Andy.
Worldwide?
All the movie made.
Okay. True.
I'll say it's true. DeAndre.
True.
Brian.
False.
It is false. Dark Knight Rises also grossed over $1 billion. Oppenheimer was close.
All right, so everybody has one except for me who has 0, and now I'm debating going lucky loser. All right, here we go.
All right. How many of Nolan's movies have been nominated for Best Picture? Is it 3, 4, or 5?
This one's me, and I'll go 3. DeAndre.
I'll go 4.
Brian.
3.
AK.
4.
It is 3.
Oh.
Inception, Dunkirk, and Oppenheimer have been the ones.
Who else? Did you go 3?
I went 4.
Brian went 3. All right, so Brian has 2. Everyone else has 1. So now it's no lucky loser, and it's anybody's game. Here we go.
I added this after our Before the Growl, so thank you guys for adding it. But what year did the Honda Odyssey come out? What year did the Honda Odyssey, the vehicle, the van, come out? Was it 1994, 2001, or 2004?
DeAndre.
I think go 4.
Brian.
Take 2001.
Andy.
2001.
I'll also say 2001.
Y'all missed it, 1994.
Wow.
Same year Justin Bieber was born. You can put those together.
Okay.
Matt Damon played. It was my icebreaker today. Matt Damon plays Odysseus. This is a true or false. Matt Damon has been People's Sexiest Man Alive twice. Is that true or is that false?
Brian.
False.
Andy.
False.
I think I would have known that. I'm going false. DeAndre.
Yeah, I'll go false.
You're all right because it is false. He's only been it once, and that was in 2007.
What an ugly piece of.
All right, Brian 3, everybody else 2. Here we go.
What was Matt Damon's first acting credit? Was it The Untouchables, Field of Dreams, or Mystic Pizza?
Andy.
Field of Dreams.
I'll go Mystic Pizza. DeAndre.
Field of Dreams.
Brian.
Field of Dreams.
It is Mystic Pizza.
I
Good
knew
job,
he was
John.
in that.
I know.
I thought it might be School Ties, but
no, that was he had done
must have gone
stuff
there.
before.
All right,
then,
so
yeah.
it's John 3, Brian 3, Andy 2, DeAndre 2. How many are left?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left.
Okay,
Ooh,
here we go. Lots
Okay. I got excited, okay?
No, I'm glad. Here
Robert Pattinson was in a Harry Potter movie. Yay, guys. What? Surprise. He's only in one because he dies. Spoiler. What house is his character in?
This is just an FU to me. I'll tell you.
Which is why I gave you the worst odds.
Yeah.
Was his character, Cedric Diggory, in Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, or Ravenclaw?
I'll go the one that has the word puff in it. DeAndre.
Oh, what was the third one?
Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, or Ravenclaw?
Let me go Ravenclaw. Yeah.
Brian.
Pick Hufflepuff.
Andy.
I'm gonna go Slytherin.
It is Hufflepuff!
Boom!
One of the rare main characters from Hufflepuff. There aren't very many of them because they're just kind of nice people, not very interesting.
All right, John 4, Brian 4, Andy 2, DeAndre 2. Here we go.
All right, Betty Safdie, director and writer of Uncut Gems, plays Agamemnon in Odyssey. Before he was a writer-director, what did he consider being as his profession? What did he think, maybe I'm going to be this? Did he consider being a cobbler, someone who fixes shoes, a physicist, or a musician?
DeAndre.
A cobbler.
Brian.
Cobbler.
Andy.
Physicist.
I think cobbler is too weird to put in there if it's not the answer. I'll go cobbler.
It is physicist!
Yeah!
And he was also in Oppenheimer playing another physicist.
Yep.
Anyway.
Ben's friends with him.
Ben Lyons, of
yeah,
course.
he's a big Nick fan.
Yeah, the Safdies are big over there.
Okay,
All right.
so right now it's Brian 4, John 4, Andy 3, DeAndre 2.
All right, close one. All right, Anne Hathaway plays Penelope in The Odyssey. Anne Hathaway's maternal grandfather was a sports talk radio host in what major city? Was it in Chicago, New York, or Philadelphia?
Brian.
Chicago.
Andy.
Chicago.
I'm going to go New York. DeAndre.
I'm going to go Philadelphia.
And you'll be right. It is Philly. That is why she shows up
And
at
you're
games
head to
sometimes.
toe in Philly gear today.
And it has been part of her icebreakers before. So
Okay, but what makes that interesting is it's now Brian 4, John 4, Andy 3, DeAndre 3. How many are left?
there are 3 left.
Okay, here we go. I'll go first on this one. Brian, you go first on the next one if you don't pass me.
Lupita Nyong'o plays the Helen of Troy. She is in that selfie that broke the internet that was taken at the 2014 Oscars by Ellen DeGeneres when she was the host. So of the people I'm going to list, who was not in the photo?
Okay.
Julia Roberts, Matthew McConaughey, or Brad Pitt? Who was not in the photo?
I am going to go Matthew McConaughey. Brian.
McConaughey.
Andy.
McConaughey.
DeAndre.
Yeah, I'm with the crowd.
You guys are all right, which is interesting because he was nominated for Best Actor and won that year, so it would make sense they would be there. But yes, Matthew McConaughey was not in
I
that
remember
photo.
Julia Roberts being in it. I just guessed Brad Pitt was in it. All right, so is there one left, Em?
2 left.
Wasn't
Two
it a Pitt Jolie special? Weren't they both in it?
They were both in it.
Oh,
I could
in
list
happier
everybody. in it.
days. All right.
There's a
here
lot of
we-
people that are canceled that are in it too, which is interesting.
I can think of one off the top of my
There are
head.
2 left. Okay, number 11. Zendaya plays Athena. She was featured in a Kids Bop music video for Katy Perry. What was that song? Was it California Girls, Hot and Cold, or Firework? And it's the Kids Bop version, not the real Katy Perry.
Okay. Brian.
California Girls.
I will also say California Girls. Andy.
Firework.
DeAndre.
Yeah, I was going to go Firework as well.
You guys all missed it. It was Hot and Cold.
Oh.
Also in Zendaya's Icebreaker.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the last one. Everybody's still alive, believe it or not.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Last one, and I hope you're up to date on movies coming out this year. How many combined movies are Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, and Robert Pattinson in this year? Those 3. Hathaway, Zendaya, Robertson. Or Patterson.
Are there?
Not
Okay, great.
9 movies, 11 movies, or 14 movies?
And it's just in the 2026 calendar year?
Yes.
I will go. I'll go 11. Brian.
I'll go 9.
Andy.
14.
DeAndre.
Yeah, I'm going 14.
It is 14.
It's a 4-way tie.
Wow.
Anne Hathaway has something like 7 movies
Okay,
coming out this
she
year.
does not have the most. So it's 5 for Pattinson. He's in the drama The Odyssey, Primetime, Here Comes the Flood, and Dune 3. Zendaya's in 4, and Hathaway is in 5.
Okay.
Crazy.
Wow.
Okay.
I knew she had a lot.
All right. Everybody, 5 for Brian, 5 for Andy, 5 for John, 5 for DeAndre. Here we
Has this
go.
ever happened before?
Very rarely.
Yeah, sometimes.
Very rarely.
Here we go.
D, do you have something to write with? Something to
I
write on?
do not.
All right, here. There's something to write on. And here. Okay.
Thank
here
you.
go.
All right. Charlize Theron is playing Calypso. In 2009, Charlize Theron auctioned off a 7-second kiss for a charity gala. What did the winning bid go for?
Are you? Can we ask you what the charity gala was?
What do you
know-
mean?
Like what the charity was?
I don't know. I didn't
Okay.
look it up.
John's trying to figure out how wealthy the people might
Exactly.
Okay, let's say it's more than $20,000, less than $1 million.
Okay.
have been. Okay.
Okay. I have a number. Andy, do you have a number?
Yep.
DeAndre, do you have a number?
I do, yes.
Brian, do you have a number?
Yep.
DeAndre, what'd you write down?
750,000.
All right, 750K. Andy, what'd you write down?
190,000.
I wrote down 222,000. Brian.
42,000.
All right, Emily, who wins?
Okay.
I'm like, I'm way too high.
We have a winner. And the winner is my odds-on favorite before the game started, Andy Kamenetsky.
Yeah.
The total was $140,000 is what her 7-second, which turned into a 20-second kiss went for.
Wow.
Very good, Andy. And that keeps Brian from getting the double. And does Andy become the first person with 2?
He is the first double winner of July.
Okay. Very impressive. DeAndre, do you want me to go get you some ice before I head home and go to the airport to fly to
You know,
Idaho?
I'm going to go check if we have some ice over here in
Yeah.
our freezer or something, man.
Yeah, I don't want to see you grow a third head, because you already have two. I don't know if you can see out of that one eye.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get. Do you have both guys today? Travis
No,
and
so
DeMarco?
DeMarco is out, and we have Greg that's going to be stepping in.
Oh, Bergman's coming in.
Yeah,
All right, so it's
Bergman's
Trav and Bergman?
Yes.
All right, we'll get those guys in here next for a little super contract. Congrats, AK, ESPN LA.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
I don't know what I would do if somebody bowed to me. What's up? And bowed.
I mean, I think like the human instinct is just bow back, right? Like, if you come at me like this, I'm going to shake your hand. If you come in with a fist, I'm going to fist bump you. If you come in with a bow, I'm going to bow.
I think the first thing I would do is grab my wallet.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Basketball never sleeps, and neither does ESPN LA. The stars of tomorrow are headed to Vegas for NBA Summer League, and we are there. ESPN Los Angeles will be bringing you all the latest headlines, storylines, and more. From matchups and breakout performances to expert analysis from the voices you trust, we've got you covered. Coverage of the 2026 NBA Summer League on ESPN Los Angeles is presented by Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo, 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 woo. All right, so is Bergman not respecting the sanctity of crosstalk? Apparently not.
Apparently not. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, so Trav, do you know what a tagline is from Real Housewives? Here, I'll play you an example.
Okay.
Like, it's how they introduce themselves. So it's a combination of a humble brag and a what you think of yourself.
Okay.
They sound like this.
My motives are like my taste. Best left unquestioned. How do I hold it all together? Resilience and shapewear.
Okay, so you get the
The
idea.
truth speaks volumes.
So I use this as an excuse to come up with taglines for a lot of people that work around here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you just tell me thumbs up or thumbs down, all right? For me.
Okay.
You may think you've heard all my stories before, but stay tuned. I have more.
I like that.
Okay.
That thumbs up.
For Mason. You better catch me today at noon because I'll be on vacation soon.
Spot on. Bullseye.
All right. Emily. Sometimes I'll start over. Sometimes I come off as a hater, but I bet you'll agree with me later because she thinks she knows everything. Okay?
That's my favorite one so far.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I've got one that you'll like better.
Okay.
Brian, I'm high on life and a lot of other things, too.
4 for 4.
Okay?
Yeah.
Andy, I can't promote my other job, which may sound odd, but Locked on Lakers is the name of the pod.
Free and available wherever
Right,
you
and
get
this
your
is
podcast.
the one I think you'll like the best.
Okay.
Okay. For Morales.
Oh, boy.
Okay. When I said I didn't want my own show, I lied. But nobody checks me because I almost died.
He has all of his own shows. That's perfect.
Aren't those?
Those are really, really good.
So, yeah. And then I
kind of want one for myself.
I'll work on one for you. I came
right.
up. Momo had a good one for herself, but I came up with one.
Do they have to rhyme?
No.
Okay.
But I rhyme most of mine, like this one for Momo. My job takes me to almost every state, but don't wait for me because I'm going to be late.
Yeah, you should have a future TV producer.
Yeah, or writing you.
Yeah.
Like Lisa, my wife, often says, Trav, and I'm sure you've heard a similar sentiment from Susan. I have no discernible skills other than this.
None.
I have. I'm uniquely qualified to do nothing else except what I do.
I would be the first person that starves during an apocalypse.
Right.
I can't. I have no skills that have anything
Mason
to
said
do.
if there was
that
a
are
zombie
useful.
apocalypse, I'd be the first to go, and I would because I would just throw myself on the mercy of the zombies.
Oh,
I would
no,
just say, take me out.
100%.
I'm not want to hang around here.
This is off the top of my head. I came up with one for Travis.
Okay.
My sports takes are ice cold, and my cooler is filled with cold ice.
Oh,
I like that. Yeah,
I like that.
That's not bad.
I thought because it ended in old, you're going to do something about
No, I'm
him
leaving
being
that
old.
one for you, Em.
Yeah, I feel like that's
thought
your
of
lane
anything.
that you need to. When I heard cold, I thought we were going to somehow circle back to a martini at some point, which would have been good.
I thought, Emily, when he went cold, I thought he was going to rhyme it with old.
Yes. Yes. I'm used to it. I'm
Yeah,
used to it.
I thought that was coming.
Yeah.
All right, Trav. I'll ask you. You and I have been both doing this for a long time. Did you happen to catch any of the Lakers' summer league demolition of the Chicago Bulls last night?
I heard you talking about it, but I did not see it. No.
I am uniquely high on the summer league Lakers.
I can tell you and Andy both.
But how delusional am I making a big deal out of a summer league team?
I come at this a little bit differently than you guys did. I think that it's better to win it than not win it. It's better to look good than look bad. It's nice that you saw some really nice performances. Some of these guys that I think will be a part of this team looked pretty good, but consider the competition. And I always think of it like minor league baseball, where guys tear up minor league baseball, and then when you put them in the big leagues, it is a totally different animal. Some guys thrive. Some guys just show up and kill it, but many, many people who look like can't miss people miss. So I always throw a little bit of cold water on anything that isn't the highest level until I see it at the
Andy's
highest
giving
level.
me a little more rope than you are.
Yeah.
Andy says, you know what? But you've seen him play. I mean, you can tell.
Yeah.
What I like about him, Trav, is that they're always attacking. Offensive. We had Chris Magnon on today.
I heard it.
And, like, he even said, he goes, that's by design.
Is that going to be how they're going to play with the Lakers? Like, is that the approach that they're going to go with now because they can do it a little more readily without LeBron being a part of it?
Magnon was a first-team all-defense player last year, and he's the head of the snake for the defense.
Mm-hmm.
And Thero's really athletic, and Cameron Carr looks like he can defend. I think if your head of the snake, Andy, is Luka and Austin, it's hard to attack defensively. I think you got to actually drop back and cover.
Yeah, and Luka tends to be, I mean, he'll throw a lot of hit-ahead passes, but he tends to be more of a deliberately paced player himself. But just like the way I think about this with the Summer League, and as far as like the excitement level that I'm allowing myself or just having fun with it, Travis is right. Like, this is Summer League. Big boy basketball is a whole different level. Keep that expectation grounded to some degree. That being said, though, what we're seeing from Cameron Carr looks like it translates to the NBA, and in particular, the way he's able to play off ball, which is what's going to be asked of him.
Well, it's going to be asked of everybody. If Luka and Austin are your high usage rate guys,
yeah,
then even Kessler is going to have to learn how to play off ball.
Yeah, and with someone like Carr, too, who in a lot of ways feels kind of like a do-over draft pick of Dalton Connect, one of the issues that Connect, I think, has had is the inability to adjust in a role that isn't on the ball, like he played in Tennessee. Cameron Carr is looking really comfortable doing that. And then Adu Thero, like, his athleticism is truly 1% in the NBA. Like, it's that good. He just needs to learn to control it and refine a few other things more. But he's shown improvement just over the course of the Summer League.
Trav, you may have heard when I did this at the top of our show, but in case you didn't, I want to do it for you. The last time the Dodgers play the Yankees at 4 o'clock in less than an hour. in Yankee Stadium. The last time they were in Yankee Stadium, this happened.
The Dodgers a strike away from a championship, from a proper celebration. Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
Do you remember who threw that pitch?
Absolutely, I do.
Walker
Yeah.
Buehler.
Yeah, and had the arms out with
Right.
the "Are you entertained?"
And
Yeah,
do you remember who closed out the 2020 World Series in Texas?
I do. Julio Urias.
Isn't it funny how, you win a title and you kind of become an icon?
Yep.
But both of the guys who clinched the last out of the Dodgers' previous 2 World Series, like last year was Yamamoto.
Right.
But before that, are not only gone, they're long gone. They've each been on, Urias is out of baseball for off-the-field stuff.
Right.
And Buehler's been with like 3 other teams.
Yeah, it turns fast, and that the Dodgers have been able to just continually to reload that pipeline has been incredibly impressive. I think that if you fast forward to, let's say 3 years from now, they get another championship. I think Yamamoto is still around. I think Ohtani's still around. Betts has been through all of it. Freeman's been here for the last couple, but especially when you're talking about maybe not your front line. And Urias was in a weird spot because remember they kept messing with him all season. Like he'd start, he'd come out of the bullpen. Like they never had a clearly defined role for him. Walker Buehler, they sent home in the middle of that season. Like he was just about done. They basically said, go figure it out on your own. Let us know if you're ready to come back. And he did. It's just
remember he went to the Red
like
Sox
that.
and burned out there too.
And San Diego, yeah, most of what would that be? The 2024 season. Walker Buehler did not pitch well for the Dodgers. It wasn't until
he just showed up when they needed him.
Absolutely did, and I think that was his greatest skill. Like he could really dig deep when he needed to do it. But he had a lousy year for the Dodgers right up until he won the World Series.
I mean, like Julio Urias, that was very specific circumstances that he's not on the Dodgers, and Walker Buehler. There had been some struggles like we were talking about before. The one that I think is most surprising in terms of like how quickly he was gone from the team was Corey Seager. He was the World Series MVP, and within 2 years, he was gone.
Well, didn't they also, though, already have Trey Turner on the roster?
So they went and got Turner because Seager, like has continued to happen in Texas, got hurt. So they needed to go kind of fill a spot, and they went out and got Turner to do that. And Turner was a little bit of an insurance policy in the event that Seager left, which he did. The problem is that Turner turned around and left as well, but Seager was one of those that they got, I think, exactly right. Seager's a terrific player. He's one of my favorite Dodgers while he was here. But
he won another World Series MVP.
And he was another MVP. Yeah, exactly. But he's hurt all the time.
Yeah.
He misses a ton of time. And if you're going to pay somebody what Corey Seager is worthy of being paid, to have him only play about half the games is really
that's
tough.
The decision that they made. All right, so we only got a couple of minutes here, Travis. Since you're one of the few golfers here, are you up to speed on the DeChambeau penalty?
I am. I've looked at it 100 times.
Did he deserve it?
Yes.
Okay, so for people who don't know, he's on the 5th hole. He hits a ball way right. It goes into the bushes. He is standing over his ball. He finds it, and he realizes he can get a club on it.
Mm-hmm.
He does not move the ball. He does not move the bushes around the ball, but he takes a couple of practice swings that clears out the brush behind the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And that is improving your swing
Absolutely
path.
It is.
But I think his argument was, look, I didn't come anywhere near that ball. I took a step away. This is my routine. Go look at any other shot. I just take 2 steps back. I take 2 practice swings. Then I go hit it. Is that not at least a legitimate argument that he did not do anything out of his normal routine?
I would two things. It's a legitimate argument, but I don't buy it. And so because number one, it isn't a normal shot. You are in a penalty area, maybe not officially, but you're in an area where the rules change slightly. To your point, you can't improve your swing path. You can't move the ball. That once you go in there, you can't say, well, I do this all the time. What you can do in the middle of the fairway, you can't do in the bushes. The rules change when you enter that area.
I think had he, I agree with you, by the way, and I think had he taken 5 or 6 steps back and
perhaps
done the
yes.
regular thing,
I think that's
so there
a
was
good point.
no way an official could argue that was in his swing path. But he still could have swung through the bushes. He
but
still could have
go
practiced
10 yards away.
Right, but you got to walk away and do it, right?
The other thing he did, John, that I thought was like, was as he's getting into the position to hit the ball. if you watch I believe it's his right leg, he lifts his right leg very high in the air and takes a big step backwards
like and steps on the bushes
and gets all those bushes to lay flat.
Yeah.
We all have, but we're not playing on the PGA Tour.
In a major.
It's against the rules. You can't do that.
Do you think there's a chance that he thought in his head, they're never going to penalize me?
Sure.
100%.
Sure.
I think that's exactly what he thought.
Yeah.
And
so, like, he knows
by
what
the way,
he's doing.
And there's some talk, apparently, Trev, he was so upset over this, he made the rules officials go back to the
look
site,
again.
go look at it. And they've asked his agent, are you playing tomorrow? He's so mad about this. He goes, I don't know. I think it'd be a catastrophic mistake if he backs out. He was one shot off the lead. Now he's only 3 shots off the lead. He can win.
There's 2 more days.
Right.
It's not like
he doesn't do that.
Yeah, this wasn't the 17th hole of the final round of the tournament. He's in the middle of the second round of the tournament. There's 36 more holes to play. He's one of the best players in the world. He can still win the tournament. To pull up your stakes and leave would be
his legacy. He becomes Scottie Pippen.
It would be confirmation of the way that a lot of people feel about him anyway.
Yeah, but, Scottie Pippen, fairly or unfairly, people remember him for taking himself out of that game, and he was a Hall of Fame player. That shouldn't be his legacy, but it is. Reportedly, you have a co-host. If not, I will be listening as you tap dance for the next 3 hours.
I've done it before. I can do it again.
All right. Trav, reportedly with Greg Bergman coming up
Greg
next.
will be
Andy,
here.
thank you for the last 3 days. You were great.
Day out, man. It was fun.
All right. Travis and Bergman coming up next. Wait, you're saying no?
Ish.
Wait a minute.
He's around.
Now he's debating. He's like DeChambeau. I might not play ESPN LA.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 7